powerful four-wheel drive. The RAV4 is an all-hybrid all-star with versatility that leads the league. And the all-hybrid Camry hits it out of the park with impressive miles per gallon. No matter which Toyota you choose, you're driving an MVP. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Join today and enter for the chance to win big with members-only sweepstakes, plus everyday savings that stack automatically. Start with 20 cents off per gallon on your first fill-up and save 25 cents per gallon on your first 4 purchases with Plus Pay. Hit Premier status and unlock even more. So what are you waiting for? Download the Club Citgo app today and you're good to go. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
This Sunday On Deck show, built by Menards, continues at American Family Field as the Brewers and Phillies get set for the rubber match. Welcome back, and it's time to take a look at some of the big prospects in the Brewers organization and how they've fared over the past 7 days. It's our weekly Down on the Farm report. Let's begin with the AAA Nashville Sounds, who are right in the thick of the first half playoff chase in the International League. Nashville is only a game and a half out of the top spot, which would cement them a playoff berth this season, with only 7 games remaining before the half ends. In a series at home against Durham this week, they began with an 8-2 win Tuesday night, and we highlight a pitcher who's quickly moving up the prospect rankings. Right-hander Tyson Hardin, a 12th-round pick 2 years ago out of Mississippi State, has been dominant since getting promoted up to AAA a month ago. In that series opener, Hardin tossed 6 innings of 1-run ball with 11 punch-outs. After fanning the side in the 5th inning, his first challenge in the 6th was former Brewers infielder Oliver Dunn. Here's the voice of Sounds, Jeff Hem.
Hardin kicks and offers to Dunn. And that is strike 3 called. He got him looking. 10 strikeouts for Tyson Hardin, a new career high. A cutter on the lower outside corner, and Hardin has fanned 10 Durham Bulls tonight.
Hardin would get the next hitter on strikes as well to close that 6th inning with 11 punch-outs, the most by a Sound this season since Robert Gasser had 11 on opening nights. He now holds a 1.59 earned run average in his 5 AAA starts and will get the ball again today in the series finale. Moving to the AA level, the Biloxi Shuckers have split the first 6 games of a 7-game series against Birmingham this week. And the number 1 rated prospect in all of baseball, the 19-year-old Jesus Madej, has continued to make his mark. Last night in an eventual 9-3 win, it was Madej coming up in the top of the 8th inning, having already collected a couple of hits in the ballgame. Matt Wood was leading from second base with 2 outs, and Madej came to the plate yet again. Here is Javik Blake, the voice of the Shuckers.
0-2. Shot out to right, and it's in for a base hit. 1 hops Campbell. Wood gets the wave around third. The throw home up the line. Wood slides in around the tag.
His 3 hits paced a 15-hit attack in that 9-3 victory in Birmingham. Madej is now batting .277 at age 19. He is tied for the Southern League lead with 42 runs batted in. And we wrap up this week's Down on the Farm report with a look at the High-A Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, who have had an unbelievable power surge from last year's first-round Brewers pick, the infielder Andrew Fisher, who currently holds a 30-game on-base streak. In a doubleheader on Friday against Great Lakes, the first game was tied at 3 in the bottom of the 5th inning when Fisher stepped into the box with a man on base. What happened next made some history for the T-Rats, as called by Jonathan Tim.
The 3-2 is elevated high and deep to left, to infinity and beyond. Andrew Fisher goes yard on Toy Story night, number 20 on the year.
Fisher is just one of 8 Timber Rattlers players ever to hit 20 or more homers in a season, and he's done it in just 52 games played. 5-3 would be the final score in that Game 1 of the doubleheader victory. And that'll do it for this Sunday Down on the Farm Report. When we come back to American Family Field, I'll get you the starting lineups to see who these great left-handed pitchers will be facing today as Harrison and Sanchez meet. You're listening to the Brewers Radio Network.
Every weekend matters during Wisconsin summers, so make the next one a road win. Go where the views come up clutch, the bluffs bring the drama, and the pace of play is just right. Head west to Prairie du Chien. Spend time on the Mississippi, taking in river views you don't get at home. Hike Wyalusing State Park, stroll historic downtown Prairie du Chien, and catch live music at night. From sunrise on the river to sunset over the bluffs. Relax like you earned it in Prairie du Chien. Book your stay today at prairieduchien.org.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Looking for service you can trust? The Boucher Service Centers have you covered. Your home team for auto care, from Kenosha, West Bend, Waukesha, Janesville, and everywhere in between. Right now, get tires for just $1 over cost. Plus, great deals on batteries and brakes to keep you safe on the road. And don't miss this, oil changes starting at just $79.95, including a full safety inspection and tire rotation. Learn more at Boucher.com. Drive with confidence, service with Boucher. Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. If you're planning an annual meeting, leadership summit, product launch, or trade show, you already know the pressure is on. Events by Design takes those high-stake moments and turns them into immersive experiences that energize your audience and elevate your brand. They handle everything: designing, planning, production, ensuring your event is executed seamlessly. No stress, no scrambling, just a memorable experience that delivers. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Get ready. Milwaukee baseball is here.
Major League Baseball has been put on notice.
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Second rubber match of the week for the Brewers. They dropped one in Las Vegas against the A's. They'll try to win here this afternoon against the Phillies to get a .500 week. We are 10 minutes away from the first pitch, and this is the On Deck Show built by Menards. Before we go to today's starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. We've talked a lot about this pitching matchup. Two great left-handers this season. Kyle Harrison to face these nine for the Phillies, presented by Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now. Supporting Wisconsin's critical infrastructure. Visit WIIN at wisconsininfrastructure.com. Kyle Schwarber, again in the leadoff spot. Tied for the Major League lead in homers. He's the DH. Trey Turner, the shortstop, will bat second. And Bryce Harper, hitless in the series thus far, is batting third and playing first. Alec Bohm is in the cleanup spot. He'll play third base. And Brandon Marsh, the league's second leading hitter now, is batting fifth and playing right. Edmundo Sosa, off a big game last night, gets another start in left. Sosa's batting sixth, and Bryson Stott, the second baseman, hits seventh. Rafael Marchand will do the catching. No JT Realmuto for this one. Marchand hits eighth, and Derek Hill, in his second game as a Philly, is back in center, and he rounds out the order against Harrison. Christopher Sanchez, the reigning pitcher of the month in the National League. He had an over 50-inning consecutive scoreless streak earlier this season. The 9 for the Brewers starts with Jackson Chourio today. He's in left field off of his 2-home-run, 4-RBI game last night. Andrew Vaughn, the first baseman, will bat second in this game. William Contreras is the DH, and he hits third. Gary Sanchez gets the start behind the dish, and he'll bat in the cleanup spot. Luis Rengifo batting fifth. He's the third baseman. Garrett Mitchell homered last night. He'll be in center field and batting sixth. Blake Perkins gets a rare start. He'll be in right field hitting seventh. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, bats eighth. And David Hamilton, he's at second base today and batting ninth against Christopher Sanchez. So the Brewers without some of their biggest left-handed bats. Bryce Terang had started 35 straight games. He's not in there. Christian Yelich, Jake Bauers, Sal Frelick also on the bench. The umpires presented by Cannon and Dunphy. Eric Bacchus behind home plate. Chris Siegel at first. The crew chief, Chad Fairchild, has second. James Jean, third base. Cannon and Dunphy trusted by Wisconsin families since 1985. Just like the umpires keep the game fair, Cannon and Dunphy fights for justice when it matters most. Cannon and Dunphy, Milwaukee's trusted personal injury attorneys. Lane is back as the On Deck Show built by Menards. Get you closer to first pitch right after these words on the Brewers Radio Network.
This is Jim Cantor from Central Standard Distillery. Headed to the tailgate or hosting a backyard barbecue while watching the crew? You need the ultimate summer spirit, Central Standard's Door County Cherry Vodka. It's the vodka that mixes well with everything, made with real cherries and honey from Wisconsin. Try Midwest Mule or a super easy Dirty Shirley with lemon lime soda. Look for special promotions all summer long. Get that true Door County cherry taste today. Central Standard, crafted to gather.
Get out of the house this summer and head to Road America, conveniently located between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. You can camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in the racing your way. It's more than just a race, it's a full experience. IndyCar is the must-see race coming June 18th through the 21st. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets at RoadAmerica.com.
I'm Dr. Laura Goodell, and I'm a WDA member dentist because I want the best for my patients. Your dentist wants you to feel informed and comfortable with your care. Don't be afraid to ask questions about their recommendations, your options, and how to improve your oral health care at home. When dentists and patients work together, it leads to better decisions and healthier smiles.
Choose a Wisconsin Dental Association member for the care your smile deserves. Find a dentist near you at WDA.org.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is being brought to you by American Family Insurance. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Famous sausage, Usingers, and baseball, it's just not summer without them. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Menards, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Prevea Health, Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Palms Tire Service, West Bend Insurance, The Silver Lining, Smart 18, Steinhoffels, Toyota, Woodman's Food Market, Carbless, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail, Highland Resort and Casino, Wisconsin Dental Association, Ironworkers Local 8, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, North Shore Adult Diapers, Concordia University of Wisconsin, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, and Tsunami Express Car Wash. The finale of this series between the Brewers and the Phillies on the way when we return after these words on the On Deck Show built by Menards on the Brewers Radio Network.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
John Amato here, and for 70 years, the Amato Automotive Group has helped Milwaukee area drivers find the right new vehicle. This includes an all-star lineup of 2 Hyundai Superstores, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Amato Mitsubishi, giving you more cars, SUVs, and trucks to choose from. Whether you're looking for efficiency, style, or capability, the Amato team is here to help you in every step of the way. It's all part of our family's 70-year commitment to quality, service, and better car buying experience. Start your search today at AmatoAuto.com. Amato, driven to make you happy.
Amato driven.
Homeowners, this is what you've been waiting for. Mike Wood here from Callan. Join us for our Infinity by Marvin one-day sale, Saturday, June 27th from 9 to 3 at the Callan Delafield Design Center off Highway 83. Save with buy one, get one, 40% off Infinity by Marvin windows and 20% off Infinity by Marvin patio doors. Can't make it? Contact our office today to learn more about our pre-sale opportunities. Visit onedaysale.com for details. Callan, design, build, live.
Freebie in the Fifth is back. In the middle of the fifth inning, listen for the cue to call to win a 2-pack of Kringle from Racine Danish Kringle. For the cue to call to win a 2-pack of Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. It's the Freebie in the Fifth on the home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
Kyle Harrison is out on the mound, and the Brewers will try to win a series against the Philadelphia Phillies on this overcast Sunday afternoon at American Family Field. Wrapping up the On Deck show, built by Menards. Our roof update is brought to you by Big Fish Contracting. It is mostly open, but they're going with the day game setup where it's closed over right field. Even though it's not very sunny, they're going to do that anyway here this afternoon. Big Fish Contracting, with decades of experience providing roofing, siding, and windows. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry. Harrison is warming up as we drive around the league. Presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. The Pirates and the Marlins also had a great pitching matchup today. Max Meyer and Paul Skeens. The Marlins hit a couple of early homers against Skeens. He is out after 6 innings, and the Fish lead 2-1, trying to win that series rubber match. Also underway, the rubber match in Cincinnati. Arizona and the Reds, 1-0 Cincy on a J.J. Bleday home run. How good has he been for Terry Francona's team, trying to win a rare series of late? Cardinals and Minnesota about to get underway. Michael McGreevy and Taj Bradley. That is also a series rubber match. The Cardinals 4 games behind the Brewers in second place in the Central Division coming into the day. Fans, we're ready to roll with the game, which is brought to you by Boucher Automotive Group. Start your journey with confidence. We ride with you every mile. Visit Boucher.com. Great pitching matchup here this afternoon, and to call the action, here's my partner, Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. Kyle Schwarber strolling to the plate. Kyle Harrison on the mound for the Crew, trying to bounce back after that rough outing in Vegas. You heard Pat Murphy talking about the ability to really explain that start away for Kyle. A blip on the radar. Here's the first pitch. It's popped up. Foul territory. Sanchez sheds the mask, but it'll find the seats and land in the lower bowl. And we are underway. It's no balls and 1 strike. Got underway on time at 1:10. 64 degrees, and it is cloudy here today in Milwaukee. Harrison out of the windup, the 0-1, and this is ripped foul up the first base line. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. First pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbless. Premium cocktails in a can. Enjoy every pitch at American Family Field and find Carbless right here inside the stadium. Carbless, less is more. 0-2 on Schwarber. The pitch, and a fly ball to right. Back on it is Perkins at the track, settling underneath it, but he makes the catch about 4 steps shy of the wall in right. And that is the first out of this ball game. Schwarber is retired, and here's Trey Turner hitting .222 on the year, 7 home runs, 21 driven in. He is 1 for 9 of this series. Phillies in their road grays here this afternoon. Brewers in the home whites with the pinstripes as the first pitch to Turner is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The all navy caps for the Brewers. A 1. And that just missed with a slurve. A little bit inside and a little bit down. 1 ball and 1 strike. Harrison out of the windup brings home the 1-1 pitch, and this is a ground ball to second base. A couple of hops out to David Hamilton, who's the second baseman today. He fields it and throws to first in time. And Harrison with 2 outs on just 6 pitches here in the top of the first inning. Brewers baseball being brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer with great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Here's Harper, 0 for 6 in the series, hitting .260 on the year, 15 home runs and 39 driven in for the Phillies left-handed slugger. Harrison's first pitch is down and away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Just getting underway, the rubber match of this series here this afternoon. Brewers took game 1. Phillies got it evened up last night, surviving a wild game at the end. Final of 9-8. And here's a hard hit ground ball. One hops the glove of Vaughn at first. He's going to run to the bag and retire Harper, who didn't even run, just started taking his gear off. That's how quickly that ball got onto Vaughn over at first base. So a nice, efficient Milwaukee. It is the Phillies 0, and the Brewers coming up on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot, and so are the summer temps. Now's the perfect time to step up your comfort game with the new Carrier Home Comfort System to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about Wisconsin Focus on Energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carrier.com.
From the post-game to the morning show, there's no rest for baseball for Dominic Cotroneo, our Brewers 360 guest every Monday at 8:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
The point being is they are nearing the end of this storm when they finally get to be the team that they were projected to be. And maybe some of the kids down in AAA start to find their footing.
Brewers 360.
Kids down in AAA start to find their footing.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Ottawanami Casino Hotel, Cannon and Dunphy, and Ridgetop Exteriors.
The first inning is brought to you by Lakeland University. Starting fresh, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family, Lakeland University offers flexibility to earn a degree your way.
Jackson Churio leads off the bottom of the first for the Crew against Christopher Sanchez. We have been buzzing about Miz in Milwaukee all season long. Well, they're equally excited about their ace, Christopher Sanchez. 15th start of the year, 8-2 with a 1.54 ERA for Sanchez, and Churio leads off against him. The first pitch to Jackson is outside. It's 1-0. Jackson hitting .318 on the year, 8 home runs, 25 driven in. Multi-homer game in last night's contest. Sanchez brings home the 1-0 pitch. And that caught the outside edge. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Our quick trip around the bases presented by Giant Snacks. And today's contestant is Christine Morgan of Milton. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. And a fly ball fouling out of play down the right field line. It is 1-2. If the Brewers score in the first inning, Christine will win a $100 Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Giant Snacks and Quick Trip. Stop in and pick up Giant sunflower seeds and other Giant Snacks at your neighborhood Quick Trip. Sanchez 1-2 pitch to Churio as a fly ball to center, hit well, going back on it is Hill. Track, wall, bye baseball. Jack goes deep again. This time off Sanchez, and the Brewers lead it 1-0. His 3rd home run in the last 2 games. Number 9 on the season. Just the 5th home run hit off Sanchez all season long. That's the kind of heater that Jackson Churio is on right now. And congratulations to Christine Morgan of Milton. Didn't take you long to win in our quick trip around the bases here this afternoon. First pitch to Vaughn, and Vaughn takes inside. It's 1-0. Every home run brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Get back to taking big swings on the course, court, or field with a visit to Ortho ASAP. Get expert care today at orthowisconsin.com. Sanchez, the 1-0 pitch. That is a little low. 2 balls and no strikes. I'll tell you, Josh, that had visions of the home run off Garrett Crochet on Memorial Day to lead that game off from Jackson Chourio last year. The 2-0 pitch, and Vaughn, a roller, but foul up the third base line. It's 2-1. That is the 8th home run in the last 15 games for Jackson Chourio.
Well, you mentioned it's his 3rd in the last 2. He's actually hit 3 in his last 4 at bats.
Yeah.
He's 4 for his last 4 with 3 home runs.
And by the way, the one that wasn't a home run was an RBI single. Here's the 2-1 to Vaughn. And Vaughn, a liner, but a leaping catch by Turner over at short for the first out of the inning. Brewers having some good swings early on against Sanchez. That one was off the bat at 102 for Andrew Vaughn. And now here's William Contreras. Contreras 1 for 6 against Sanchez in his career. The pitch swung on and fouled off the end of the bat over near the on deck circle. It's 0-1. Sanchez making just his 3rd career start against the Brewers. That felt hard to believe. He debuted back in 21. All-Star a couple of seasons ago. Finished 2nd last year in the Cy Young voting. The 0-1, and Contreras took outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Brewers on the board early on against Sanchez. A solo home run out to center off the bat of Jackson Chourio. Jackson's 9th home run of the season. The 1-1 pitch. That is a strike on the outside edge with a sinker at 95, and it's 1-2. 1 out, nobody on here. Bottom of the 1st inning, 1 already in for the Crew. Sanchez out of the windup, brings home the 1-2 pitch. That missed way outside. That was that changeup, and it's even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gary Sanchez is in the on deck circle. When you look at the Brewers versus lefties, just individual numbers, and you look at the lineup the Brewers put out there today. 2-2 pitch to Contreras is a ground ball, but foul up the third baseline. Stays at 2-2. There's some really good numbers. Sanchez has raked against lefties this year. Obviously, Andrew Vaughn has raked against lefties this year. Jackson Chourio has great numbers against lefties this year. Here's the 2-2 to Contreras. And a rocket down the left field line. That is a fair ball and into the corner. Contreras turns first. He is on his way to second. He's going to have to hustle, and he's in there with a head-first slide. Not the most graceful slide ever for Contreras, as his initial slide came up a little bit short, but he was able to swim in there anyway. And it's a double for William Contreras. 113. How about the exit velos early on against Sanchez here today? $75 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of Westman, the silver lining. And the Brewers have a man in scoring position with 1 out for Gary Sanchez. Sanchez versus Sanchez here. Gary, the cleanup hitter, cleanup hitting home damage with Loyal Family. First pitch to Gary, and he takes low with a slider. It's 1-0. Located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. 1 ball and no strikes on Gary Sanchez. Here's the pitch, and Gary took a strike. It's 1-1. Sanchez looks back at second, and the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball toward the shortstop Turner. Gets around it and then slings it over to first in time to take care of Gary Sanchez. There are 2 outs. Contreras has to stay put at second, and Luis Rengifo is the batter. Rengifo at third base today, hitting .204 on the year. No home runs and 19 driven in. Brewers out to a 1-0 lead thanks to a solo home run from Jackson Chourio to open up the bottom of the first. First pitch to Rengifo, missed inside. It's 1-0. Eric Bacchus is our home plate umpire. Chris Siegel at first. Chad Fairchild, the crew chief, is the second base umpire. And James Jean is over at third. Sanchez looks back at second. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss over the top of a slider. It's 1-1. Contreras at second base after the 1-out double. Still there with 2 outs. Brewers trying to take advantage of this early opportunity against Sanchez. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was the changeup. And it's 1-2. Brewers with all righties today except for Hamilton, a lefty, and Mitchell, a lefty. A couple of switch hitters in there that'll hit from the right side against Sanchez. Rengifo being one of those. Sanchez comes set. And the 1-2 pitch is down in the dirt with a changeup, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So some run support early on for Kyle Harrison. How about the homer barrage the Brewers just in general have been on? Been pretty impressive. Team that has been kind of maligned for its lack of power at times early on in the year. 2-2 pitch to Rengifo. Ground ball to short. A couple of hops out to Turner. Plays it conveniently and throws to first to retire Rengifo, and the inning is over. But the Brewers get on the board. A solo blast from Jackson Chourio. A couple of hits in the inning. They would strand a runner at second base. We go to the second inning. It's 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time.
The easiest way to watch the Brewers is here. Get Brewers TV for the 2026 season now. Catch every Christian Yelich home run and Sal Frelick Web Gym for just $19.99 a month. Learn more and sign up now at brewers.tv.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball and Miller Lite.
Few things go better at a ball game than a good old all-beef Frank. Hi, this is Robin Yount. My Hall of Fame Franks are all beef, and one bite is all it takes for you to know this is the good stuff. Whether you're tailgating, picnicking, or just cooking out in the backyard, it's a crowd pleaser for family and friends. It's real beef and real good. What's also great is a portion of the proceeds will go to the MAC Fund. Made by usingers, you know they're the best.
Loaded up the car for game day? Tsunami Express Car Wash is ready for the cleanup after the big win. Eliminate dust, bugs, spills, and tailgate mess with unlimited daily washes and free vacuums as a member. Whether you're heading to the stadium, the post-game party, after extra innings, Tsunami Express keeps your ride looking fresh every visit. Plans start at just $16 for your first month. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
1-0 Brewers as we go to the second inning. 1-0 Brewers as we go to the second inning. Alec Bohm to lead things off for Philadelphia. Harrison worked the 1-2-3 first inning. Needed just 8 pitches for Kyle Harrison in that first. Brings home the first pitch to Bohm, and it's popped back foul and out of play into the Lowe's level to the right of us. And it's 0-1 on Bohm. Bohm hitting .222 on the year, 8 home runs, 34 driven in. Harrison's 0-1 pitch and goes all the way back to the backstop. It's even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brewers out in front thanks to a solo blast from Jackson Chourio in the bottom of the first inning off Christopher Sanchez on a day where you feel like runs are going to be at a premium. Very good to grab that early lead. 1-1 pitch. That's in there with a fastball at 93, and it's 1-2. Well, Harrison only 4 batters into this game, but it does not appear, at least early on. 1-2 pitch to Bohm. Missed inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That the little hiccup in Vegas has carried over. He looks pretty sharp here early on today. But again, just 4 batters into his outing. There's a 2-2 missed low. That's a good slurve that just didn't quite catch the bottom of the zone, and that's a tough take for Bohm. But now the count is full. It is 3-2. Harrison brings home the 3-2 pitch. This is chopped out in front of the mound. Harrison off the mound to field it. Spin. Throw to first in time. He's got him. One away here in the second inning. Nice job fielding the position by Kyle Harrison. Harrison made his debut against the Phillies a few years ago. Really realizing his potential here in 2026. And the Brewers glad he's doing it in a Milwaukee uniform. First pitch to Brandon Marsh. That missed inside. It's 1-0. Marsh perhaps has the best numbers of any of the Phillies against lefties. Maybe Stott and Schwarber would be the other exceptions to that. Probably Schwarber would get the nod there when you break down all the numbers in totality. But Marsh has been very good against lefties. As the pitch misses inside with a slurve, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball up and in at 96. It's 2-1. Marsh hitting .328 for the entire season. 8 home runs, 32 driven in. Harrison out of the windup. The 2-1 pitch is fouled back into the net. It's 2-2. Brewers will have the day off tomorrow, and then Cleveland comes to town. Challenging schedule right now for the Brewers. Now and on the horizon. That pitch missed inside, and it's a second consecutive full count to a Phillies hitter. 3-2 here to Marsh, who's gone 3 for 8 in the series. Harrison out of the windup. The 3-2 pitch is fouled out of play down the left field line. Stays at 3-2. Brewers defensively, Churio in left, Mitchell in center. Perkins is the right fielder today. Rengifo at third. Ortiz the shortstop. Hamilton over at second base. Day off for Bryce Terang. Andrew Vaughn's at first, and Gary Sanchez does the catching. Harrison, the 3-2 pitch, and it's a chopper to first base. Couple of hops out to Vaughn. Fields and runs to the bag himself to retire Marsh. Kyle Harrison, a ground ball machine here early on. That is a ground ball induced to the last 4 batters he's faced. He's retired all 5 that he's faced in the game. And there's 2 away for Edmundo Sosa. This inning being brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Game day mess, we've got it covered. From first pitch to final inning, keep your ride looking major league clean. First pitch to Sosa is a strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1.
Call the strike, the batter's challenging.
So Sosa will challenge. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And he's going to win this challenge.
It's a ball.
Overturned. That was a big miss. Basically 1.5 inches. The 1-0 pitch to Sosa is swung on and fouled back into the net, and it's 1-1.
I think the umpires, like Eric Buck, is there. When they realize they missed it by that much, their announcements are a little bit shorter. It's a ball.
Yeah, they don't really want to have a conversation at that point. Let's just get this over with and get back to work. I was wrong. 1 ball and 1 strike on Sosa. The pitch missed down and in. That hit him. Came in with a slurve. It just clipped Sosa on the back foot. And so Sosa will reach with 2 outs here, and that'll get Bryson Stott to the plate. Hit batters sponsored by Havish, Havish, and Rotier. Being hit at the plate or in a car can be a serious matter. Havish, Havish, and Rotier. Wisconsin strong for 95 years with 13 statewide locations. Havish, Havish, and Rotier. National reputation, hometown service. So first base runner of the game for the Phillies. And now here's Stott. We told you he's done a nice job against lefties this year. Harrison's first offering to him is apparently low. Fastball that did miss just a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes on Stott. Sosa being held on by Vaughn over at first. And the 1-0 pitch fouled back into the net. It's 1-1. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers. Keep your ride looking major league clean at Tsunami Express. Stott hitting .231, 6 home runs. He's driven in 33. Harrison. The 1-1 pitch. That missed up and away. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Not been as efficient this inning. It was an 8-pitch first inning. He's about to throw his 20th pitch of this inning right here. The 2-1 to start. Fly ball left center field. On the move is Churio. Still on the move. He'll get there. Closes the gap and makes the catch. A couple of steps shy of the warning track for the final out of the inning. So Harrison works around the 2-out hit batter. And it's 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Step up to the plate. It's quick trips around the bases. Giant Snacks. Step into your neighborhood Quick Trip and purchase any Giant sunflower seeds with quick rewards for your chance to win cash. Be sure to try Giant's original and dill pickle flavor. Details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Don't sit on the sidelines. Grab your favorite Giant sunflower seeds. Fuel up and get in the game to win big this Brewer season. Quick Trip and Giant Snacks, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
Most things people do could be done more safely. Sometimes it's common sense. Sometimes it's innovating a better way. But it's always about minimizing risk. For this purpose, West Bend is willing to come check out your business and help minimize your risks. It's precisely because of thinking like this that West Bend has been keeping businesses and employees safe for over 125 years. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com. West Bend, the worst brings out our best.
For every mile of highway, every bridge connecting our communities, the skilled union laborers of Liuna, Wisconsin are on the job. They're building and maintaining the infrastructure our Wisconsin residents, industries, and economy depend on every day. So when you see construction signs, orange barrels, and flashing lights, please slow down. Those work zones protect Liuna's skilled men and women. Strong roads, strong bridges, stronger Wisconsin. Liuna, feel the power.
We'll take some more of that.
Smell it. Swing a line drive. Deep center. It's gone. A walk-off home run.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
You're killing me.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
You're killing me, Smalls.
It is 1-0 Brewers. We go to the bottom of the second inning here on this Sunday afternoon at American Family Field. Another huge crowd tonight. We have sold out the first 2 games of this series. I got to think today is going to be more of the same. Christopher Sanchez back out there. Garrett Mitchell to lead off against him. First pitch to G. Mitch. Missed inside. It's 1-0. Garrett's been in a good groove at the plate of late. Average is up to .251. 4 home runs, 33 driven in. This has been almost a 4-week stretch for Garrett. 1-0 pitch is a liner out to right. Coming in is Marsh. He'll make the catch. And there is 1 away. Good contact from Mitchell. Not hit overly hard. That one got in on him just a little bit with his sinker, but still a ball that a lot of times will find the green grass. Marsh made a nice play, got a good jump on it. And here's Blake Perkins. When you were getting ready for this game today, one of the stats that stood out to you was Blake Perkins against Christopher Sanchez in his career. First pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Very small sample, but he is 4 for 4 with 2 doubles against Christopher Sanchez. And he finds himself in the lineup here today for Pat Murphy. Sanchez out of the windup, the 0-1 to Perkins. And he checked on a strike with a changeup. Got the low outside corner, and he's in an 0-2 hole. Ortiz in the on-deck circle for the Crew. Sanchez out of the windup, the 0-2 delivery. And he's able to check on a pitch that missed low with a changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brewers had some hard contact against Christopher Sanchez in that first inning. The homer, the line out from Vaughn, the double from Contreras. 1-2 pitch. That missed outside with a changeup. It goes to 2-2. It's going to be a key for these right-handed hitters not to chase that changeup. It's going to be hard because if Sanchez gets ahead, he's going to work that changeup in there to try to get you to chase down and away. And that is a hard pitch to lay off of. 2-2. That missed down and in with a slider, and Blake has battled back after falling behind 0-2. Now the count is full. Had 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nice competitive battle against Sanchez here for Perkins. More of the same in his career against this southpaw. 3-2 delivery and popped foul. Backing out of play. Stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sometimes it's hard to explain, but some guys just see the baseball extremely well out of certain guys' hands. Three-two pitch and a check swing foul over near the Brewers dugout. Stays at 3-2, and now lengthy battle going on. 7 pitches in this at bat, and this battle between Sanchez and Perkins. Brewers have made Sanchez throw some pitches already in this game. Here's the 3-2 and a swing and a miss. He got him with a slider down below the zone. That's the first strikeout for Sanchez on the afternoon. There's 2 away now for Joey Ortiz. Take things up a notch with Pine River's Kickin' Dill Pickle Cheese Spread. A bold and tangy twist from Wisconsin's favorite, Pine River. Try some on a Usinger brat after a little sausage. Go for the heavier cream like the ice cream from Cedar Crest. Cold, creamy, and always delicious. Here's Ortiz. First offering from Sanchez is a chopper to first. Big hop for Harper. Fields and runs to the bag. Retires Joey. And the inning is over. Brewers down in order. We go to the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family.
At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
I see it every time there's a big storm. Trucks roll in from out of town. Promises are made to fix damaged homes, and afterward they completely vanish. My dad never ran Loyal Family Renovations like that. We're family owned and local. Our own in-house crews respond fast, and roofing always comes first. Loyal Family Renovations knows insurance inside and out, and we actually have a dedicated warranty department. We're always there when you need us. Call for a free inspection today. We treat each client like family and each home as if it were our own. LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
Step up to the plate for a new career with Ironworkers Local 8. Our members build the stadiums, bridges, and skylines across the eastern third of Wisconsin and the entire Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Ironworkers Local 8 offers industry-leading wages and benefits exceeding $84 an hour, along with top-notch training and lifelong opportunities in the skilled trades. More than just a job, it's a brotherhood that cares about our members, their families, and the communities we help build. Visit IWL8.org. That's IWL8.org to learn more.
Why paint correction? Because your car has swirls and scratches all over it. Solution? Z-Bart's paint correction. End result? New car look restored. Visit zbart.com today.
It is 1-0. It is 1-0 Milwaukee. We go to the 3rd inning here at American Family Field. And stepping into the play-by-play, here's Josh Maurer.
Thank you very much. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Phillies against Kyle Harrison, beginning with the catcher Rafael Marchand. He's got 7 hits all season, but a couple of home runs included. Right-handed batter takes a strike. Fastball down the middle at 94 miles an hour. Marchand backs up JT Realmuto. There comes the 0-1. High, and it's 1-1. And over the years, when you back up JT Realmuto, you don't play very much. A little bit more as he's gotten older. Marchand hitting 103. 1-1. Flied into center field, very shallow. And in comes Garrett Mitchell with a play. Looks up into the cloudy sky and makes the catch. And that is the first out of the 3rd for Kyle Harrison. Got to tell you, though, it was very overcast when we began. It was all morning and chilly. Temperatures in the low 60s. The sun is trying to peek through the clouds as we speak. Got that roof closed over the right field portion, and so still right field and center field ensconced in shadow, but left field's now sunlight. And now Derek Hill Takes the breaking ball for strike one from Harrison. Sanchez has given up the home run to Jackson Chourio. Harrison has not permitted a hit. And a swing and a miss by Hill. It's 0-2. This series rubber match. Second game as a Philly for Derek Hill. They traded for him right before the series. He made his debut last night and went 1 for 5. 1 out, the 0-2. Lined in the left center field. Over goes Garrett Mitchell, but have to play it on a hop. That's an 0-2 pitch on a breaking ball that Hill put a good swing on, and that sets the table for the top of the order with the tying run on base. Second hit is a Philly for Derek Hill. Third inning is brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way, like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. And let's see how Kyle Harrison navigates Schwarber. Flew out to the warning track in the first. Takes inside, very close, but called ball one. That flyout was the first time in this series that Schwarber put the ball in play and it wasn't a hit. He's got 4 singles. 1-0 is down low. It's 2-0. He's the first 2 games of the series, 4 for 8 with 4 strikeouts. And that's kind of the story of Kyle Schwarber. Yeah. Infield's at double play depth. The 2-0 pitch. Strike with a slur from Harrison and a good one, 2-1.
He's a fascinating hitter, really, when you dive into all the numbers. He's going to get on base a lot. He's going to hit for as much power as about anybody in the game.
And you can strike him out.
And he's going to strike out a few times, too.
Yep.
Exactly.
Throw to first by Harrison, checking on Derek Hill, who's in safely standing up. Heading to a Brewers game, Potawatomi Sportsbook will get you here. Make any purchase or same-day bet for shuttle wristbands. Space is limited. Visit Potawatomi.com for details. 1-0 Brewers. We're in the third. Runner at first and the 2-1. Down low on a fastball to Schwarber. It's ball 3.
Now, a lot of teams have more 3 true outcome guys like Schwarber. Brewers really, I mean, Garrett Mitchell's a little bit that way. I think he's going to get better at putting the ball in play more, hopefully, in the years to come. We're seeing a better version of Garrett right now.
3-1 is grounded foul. Softly to the first base on deck circle, and it's a full count. The bat boy picked it cleanly. That's why you hear the ovation.
I think these types of hitting profiles stand out to us more because the Brewers just don't have a lot of that. You know, the Brewers are a team that puts the ball in play and kind of creates chaos sometimes.
You almost never see a guy with this profile batting leadoff.
No.
But he's done it a lot over the last few years for the Phillies. Runner at first, 3-2. Breaking ball ripped and caught by Vaughn. It's going to be a double play. He snags it out of the air and touches first. No chance for Hill to get back. Inning is over on a screamer. That ball was hit 109 miles an hour off the bat. And my goodness, right at Andrew Vaughn. How do you do on that? That ball's rolling into the corner. But it's a twin killing, and Harrison puts up another 0. Double plays brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, the Midwest #1 entertainment destination. Slots, dining, sportsbook, poker, live entertainment. It's all here. There are endless ways to win. 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit oawspinecenter.com. That's oawspinecenter.com.
Ready to knock it out of the park this season? Step up to the plate at Boucher Automotive Group and score big on your next ride. Boucher Automotive Group and score big on your next ride. With 16 brands and 31 dealerships across Wisconsin, Boucher's lineup is stacked with new and pre-owned vehicles, so you'll find a ride that's sure to be a star on your team. Boucher also is offering top dollar for your trade-in along with fast, easy financing, making the entire process a home run. No pressure, just a team that's in your corner from start to finish. Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
Tri-City is proud to sponsor the third inning. At our hometown bank, you're on the team that's winning. Tri-City, your hometown bank.
Andrew Vaughn catching a screaming line drive off the bat of Kyle Schwarber and turning it into an inning-ending double play. We go to the bottom of the third. It's strike one to David Hamilton. 1-0 Brewers. Sanchez pitch. Grounded past the mound towards the middle. Second baseman Stott with a backhand. Off-balance throw. Not in time. David used his speed to beat it out for an infield single. Did not hit it hard, but he got it past the pitcher. And Bryson Stott did all he could. But Hamilton just too much wheels. Runner on in front of Jackson Chourio. Well, the first time through the lineup, Brewers got 3 hits against the Phillies ace Christopher Sanchez. Great speed at first. Chourio hit the home run to lead off the first, and he takes a strike at the knees on a changeup. We mentioned this right after he hit that home run. He's got hits in his last 4 at-bats, and 3 of them have left the ballpark. The 0-1 coming. Tipped foul, got a piece of the mask of the catcher Marchand. And he was felled by it. Almost fell over, in fact. 0-2 on Jackson. He had a good pitch to hit there, too. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, pretty much in the middle of the plate. And home plate umpire Eric Bacchus with the professional courtesy here for Rafael Marchand. Goes to hand deliver Sanchez a new baseball. Now ask for some new baseballs from the bat boy. Anything you can to stall so the catcher gets the cobwebs out. 0-2 on Chourio. Now we're ready and a throw to first. So Sanchez continues in the stalling tactic for his catcher. Hamilton in safely standing up. About 5 home runs this week for Chourio. 1-0 Brewers. 0-2 pitch. Grounded foul up the third base line. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. Jackson in the leadoff spot today with Yelich getting the afternoon off. 0-2 now the pitch. Poked into left center field. Long run in for Edmundo Sosa. He'll get there in the gap and make the running catch. Nice play by Sosa. That ball almost fell in the gap. Sosa's an infielder by trade. We've seen him make some nice catches here on Saturday and Sunday. And back to first went Hamilton. So for the first time in 5 at-bats, Jackson Chourio makes an out. But it took a nice catch in order to do so. And now here's Andrew Vaughn to the plate. Vaughn lined out to the shortstop, Trey Turner, on a hard hit ball back in that first inning. 1 on, 1 out. There goes Hamilton. First pitch is outside. Marchand. Great throw to second base, but late. Oh, Hamilton just got in front of the tag of Stott. That was a perfect throw from the catcher. Hamilton's just so speedy. Phillies will not challenge the safe call, and there's a man in scoring position. That's the team leading 15th stolen base. They will challenge. I'm sorry. I thought I saw Don Mattingly say no, but I thought he was out to the naked eye.
Yeah, to the naked eye, I'm with you. I thought they might have gotten him.
And the Phillies obviously think they have conclusive evidence to say that they did, and I think they did.
Yeah, I think they did.
What a throw by Marchand, and that should erase David Hamilton off the base paths. 5th caught stealing of the year. It'll be 2 out and nobody on if that's the case. All ABS challenges or replay reviews are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. They don't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today. Hamilton got tagged on the helmet by the second baseman Stott right before his hand got into the second base bag. Actually, the helmet flew off, but the tag went right on the noggin of
After
David.
review, the call, the field is overturned. Runner is out. Philly retains the challenge.
What a throw by Rafael Marchand.
It was really a perfect pitch to handle for the catcher, too. I mean, it was a belt-high, slightly outside fastball. I mean, that's what you want if you're trying to cut somebody down on the base paths.
So 2 out, bases empty. It was ball 1 on the batter, Vaughn. 1-0 Brewers in the bottom of the 3rd. Sanchez pitch. Lifted into left field and playable right at Sosa. Now coming on in a few steps to make that shallow catch. And it's a very quick inning for Sanchez. Caught stealing, helped out. We're headed to the 4th. 1-0 Milwaukee.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
On the baseball field, the skilled players get paid the most. The same is true in construction. Some of the most skilled players building our roads, solar farms, and stadiums are the men and women of the Wisconsin operating engineers. If you are ready to step up to a job where you can earn more without college debt and operate equipment like cranes, excavators, bulldozers, and drones, you're ready to join the team of Wisconsin operating engineers today at join139.com.
Your next great round begins at Sweetgrass and Sage Run at the Island Resort and Casino. Book early in the week for best availability. Beginning in July, Stay and Play guests can preview the brand new 9-hole Cedar course, inspired by the golden age of golf. At the Island, your golf trip becomes a full resort experience with relaxing spa treatments and exceptional dining to thrilling casino action. Plan your golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Brewers baseball is better from the best seat in the house, yours. Find it at Steinhafels, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Shop in store and online at steinhafels.com.
To the fourth inning. Well, we expected a pitcher's duel this afternoon, and that's what's developed thus far. 1-0 Brewers. Kyle Harrison thus far just a little bit better than Christopher Sanchez. At the middle of the Phillies order coming up, Turner, Harper, and Bohm. Trey Turner takes outside ball 1. Grounded out his first time. Harrison has only permitted 1 base hit. Left-hander is ready. Works quickly in the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Got that one by Trey Turner, 94 miles an hour. Harrison working with Gary Sanchez today. And the pitch is outside on a changeup. 2-1. Carbless is a proud partner of the Brewers Premium ready-to-drink cocktails with 0 carbs, sugar, and gluten. You can find it right here or your local retailer. 2-1 pitch. Popped up foul and into the seats. 2-2 on Trey Turner. Carbless. This is more. Just try new ways, Lane. 2-2. Fly to right. Backing up is Perkins with a play and moving over towards the line. Reaches up and makes the catch. Does Blake for the first out here in the 4th inning. Retired veterans, you can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. And here comes Bryce Harper. Hit a sharp ground ball to Vaughn at first, back in the first inning. He was retired. And is 0 for 7 this series with a walk. Takes down and away, ball 1. Anytime you have an offer next to Bryce Harper's name for a series, you have done some pitching. 1-0 pitch, in at the knees with a fastball, 1-1. Related to our network health, Veterans Benefits, Brewers honored their hero of the game today already. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Tied him up with a fastball. 1-2 on Harper. Captain Mike Jeronime, retired U.S. Navy, 25 years of service. Hero of the game. Now the pitch. Flied into center. This would be a play for Garrett Mitchell as Harper hit it a bit off the end of the bat. Mitchell saunters in and makes the catch. 2 routine fly balls against Trey Turner and Bryce Harper here in the 4th inning for Harrison.
Well, we're not seeing the strikeouts we're kind of used to seeing from Harrison, but boy, he's getting a lot of soft contact, isn't he?
You'll take that.
Yep. Pitch count's in great shape.
Looking for a 1-2-3-4. Alec Boehm at the dish takes a little bit inside on a fastball, ball 1. The Brewers have won the game the last 9 times that Harrison has pitched coming into the day. 1-0 pitch, hit on the ground to third, behind the bag, backhanded by Rengifo. Makes the throw across, perfect. One third baseman retires the other. And it is a 1-2-3-4 for Kyle Harrison. Sanchez in the bottom of the 4th when you come back on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Step up to the plate. It's Quick Trips Around the Bases contest with Giant Snacks. Step into your neighborhood Quick Trip and purchase any Giant sunflower seeds with Quick Rewards for your chance to win cash. Be sure to try Giant's original and dill pickle flavor. Details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Don't sit on the sidelines. Grab your favorite Giant sunflower seeds. Fuel up and get in the game to win big this Brewers season. Quick Trip and Giant Snacks, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, someone gets hurt on the job. Because they're not perfect. They're people, and they're your people. At least you can keep them happy, healthy, and working with a workers' compensation policy from West Bend. It's how to give every problem a silver lining. West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Carbless, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 ready-to-drink cocktails. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. At the ballpark or your local grocery store. Carbless. Less is more.
Brewers have the middle of their order coming up against Christopher Sanchez in the home 4th. 1-0 Milwaukee. That leadoff home run in the first from Churio still holding up. William Contreras doubled in that first inning, and he bats for a second time. Pitch is over the outside corner. Came through the back door with a slider, did Sanchez. Gary Sanchez, then Rengifo will follow William, who is the DH today. Out of the windup, the 0-1. Poked foul coming back out of play, 0-2, and let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Hope you're having a terrific Sunday. Wherever you're tuned into the Brewers Radio Network, Josh and Lane with Ken Sommerfeld, 1-0 Milwaukee. And it's 0-2 on Contreras, who used his timeout, leading off the bottom of the 4th. Now the pitch, chopped softly foul up the third baseline. Spoiled that Sanchez changeup. The winner gets this series. The Brewers lost 2 of 3 to the Athletics before this one. hoping to avoid losing back-to-back rubber matches. They've got a 1-0 lead. On the windup, the 0-2. Again, fouled back into the screen by Contreras on a fastball. Before Wednesday against the A's, the Brewers had only lost one of their previous 12 series. That's how good they've been. And the Phillies, in that time, have been about equally as good. Another 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground towards the middle. Good range by Trey Turner to his left. He gobbles it up, throws wide, and he pulled Harper off the bag. Safe is Contreras. Threw it to the home plate side of first base. Otherwise, they had the out. And I would venture to guess an error on Trey Turner. So the Brewers have their leadoff man on for the third time in 4 innings against Christopher Sanchez. Gary Sanchez will now bat. Base hit. Not how I would have scored it. Okay. Now the pitch to Gary. High, ball 1. We give a lot of hits these days. I think the thought there is, well, the defender was on the move. Never had a chance to set his feet. Gary Sanchez grounded out his first time. And the 1-0. Down low, laid off the slider. It's 2-0.
I'm actually okay with that being a hit. It was a very slow developing play, and even if the throw is on the bag, it was going to be very close, actually. I think they get him if the throw's on the bag, but it was going to be a bang-bang play.
Hitters count for Gary, the 2-0. Took outside, ball 3, 3-0. Well, regardless, give William credit for hustling.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He made Trey Turner make a mistake. Let's see if the Brewers can capitalize. The 3-0. Took a swing and he lines one into right center field for a base hit. Over to get it on a couple of hops is Derek Hill, but Contreras will make it over to third base on a single by Gary Sanchez. A 3-0 green light, and he roped one 101 miles an hour off the bat. They are on the corners with nobody out. Boy, Gary Sanchez, he's really started to find his stroke. He is now 7 for his last 13. Timeout called by the pitching coach Caleb Cotham coming out to visit with Sanchez. Rengifo is due up. All trips to the mound presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook with wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. In a game where runs are precious, getting this second one home here for the Brewers feels very paramount to winning this game. And Rengifo's got a shot to do it as Caleb Cotham heads back into the Phillies dugout. Luis grounded out back in the first with a man in scoring position. So he's 0 for 1, batting right-handed. Sanchez first pitch. Ground ball to third, played by Bohm. And now Contreras is caught off the bag at third. He gets into a pickle on purpose, running towards home. Bohm throws to the catcher, and Marchand tags out William. What a big play for the Phillies. Slow chopper to third, right by the bag, played by Bohm. And Contreras realized he was going to be tagged out by Bohm had he tried to go back into the base. So instead he tried to run home, and he's out. Man. To second goes Sanchez. Rengifo safe at first.
Don't feel like there was a lot that William really could have done there.
Nope.
Just tough luck for the Brewers.
First and second, one out for Garrett Mitchell. Still 1-0 Milwaukee, and Garrett swings and misses. A sinker down and in, 0-1. That was about the only place Rengifo could have hit a ground ball that the run would not have scored.
Yeah.
Because they were playing back for a double play everywhere except Alec Bohm at third. Mitchell flew out his first time. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Another fastball, that one a little extra giddy up at 96, up the ladder, 0-2.
It feels like an inning where the Brewers have a chance to keep running up that pitch count for Sanchez a little bit too. He's at 53.
That's part of the equation, right? Try to get him out of this game as soon as you possibly can.
The 0-2. Down and away. Laid off the slider did Garrett.
You've seen most of their bullpen now over the first 2 games of this series.
Brewers had a great go against Brad Keller, the 8th inning guy, yesterday. 2 on and 1 out. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider down in the right-handed batter's box, and so that's a big second out of the inning. And so it's going to be up to Blake Perkins here if the Brewers are to cash in on this scoring chance in the 4th. The hits are now 5-1 Milwaukee. You'd have to say thus far Harrison has outpitched Christopher Sanchez, but Sanchez has kept the Brewers to just the 1 run thus far. Perkins struck out after a battle in the 2nd. Takes ball 1 here. Drive Around the League brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. Twins have taken a 2-1 lead on the Cardinals in the bottom of the 4th. Sanchez 1-0. Blake hits it high and deep to left field. Backing up Sosa. Turning, watching, leaping. Goodbye! What a big swing, Blake Perkins. It's a 2-out, 3-run bomb to left in the 4th. 4-0 Brewers. That was the swing of the weekend for Milwaukee thus far, and it came from Perk. A game-changing swing from a man who, as Lane told you when he batted 2 innings ago, has owned Christopher Sanchez in a small sample.
Sanchez's kryptonite.
Joey Ortiz takes low ball 1. Unbelievable. 5 for 6 in his career against the terrific left-hander Christopher Sanchez. Blake Perkins. He just hit his first home run of the season. 4-0 Milwaukee, the 1-0. Strike called on the inside corner to Joey Ortiz. 3-run home runs win ball games for you most of the time that you hit them, Lane. 2-out, 3-run home runs from Blake Perkins against Christopher Sanchez. Feels like that even ups the ante. Pitches down low on Ortiz, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, good for Perk, too, right? It's been a tough year for him. He's been up and down. He's had a hard time really getting ABs because of where his role is at on this team.
2-1 pitch. Joey lines one into right field. Clean opposite field single between first and second base. Marsh throws it in. Ortiz stops at first with a single. Now the hits are 7-1 in favor of the Brewers. Yeah, and Perkins, you could see it last week. He snapped a long offer when he got a bunt single in Colorado. He's actually now 3 for 6 over the last week, so it's starting to come around. Blake, you know, you forget, he's had some really big hits for the Brewers.
He sure has.
In key moments. Now David Hamilton takes outside ball 1. All home runs the Brewers hit. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Get back to taking big swings on the course quarter field with a visit to Ortho ASAP. Get expert care today at orthowisconsin.com. 2 home runs for the Crew against Sanchez. 1-0 Hamilton takes outside. It's 2-0. That pitch count is now up well over 60. Remember Perkins last couple of years, he was kind of like Mr. Walk-Off.
Yeah. Sometimes with his arm.
That too. 2-0 pitch. Hamilton takes a big rip and misses the slider, so it's 2-1. Jackson Churios started it. The first batter that Christopher Sanchez faced. And now Blake Perkins with a 3-run shot. Sanchez had only given up 3 runs total in his last 7 starts. 2-1 is chopped off the lower body of David Hamilton inside the batter's box, so it's a strike. 2-2. I mean, isn't that incredible? This guy in his last 7 starts had thrown 53 innings and given up 3 runs. In not even 4 full innings today, the Brewers offense has put up 4 against them.
And again, the long ball.
Yep.
It's a renaissance for the Brewers.
Harvey's wall bangers are back.
Yeah.
The 2-2. Hamilton swings and misses over top the changeup, and that is strike 3. So a couple of punch outs in the 4th for Christopher Sanchez. But boy, do the Brewers cash in on an opportunity thanks to Blake Perkins. The 3-run shot. And as Harrison goes back to work in the 5th, it's 4-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
That's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See them in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try the new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Blue Moon Light is a wheat beer brewed with real tangerine peel for exceptional taste at only 95 calories. And Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic is everything you love about Blue Moon without the alcohol. Check your local stores for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At Prevea Orthopedics and HSHS Hospitals, we understand all the ways you move. From the ways you love to move, to the ways you need to move, and the ways you want to move. Movement looks different for everyone. That's why we specialize in you, providing the expert care you need for all the ways you move. To schedule an appointment, visit prevea.com/ortho.
The sound of baseball. Statewide.
It is up and it's gone!
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
What a moment for Blake Perkins. 3-run home run has given Kyle Harrison a 4-0 lead. Home run has given Kyle Harrison a 4-0 lead. We go to the 5th, and here's Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you, Josh. Harrison's first pitch to Brandon Marsh is a little high, and it's going to be challenged by Sanchez. Fastball at 94. Gary's going to win it, too. And the microphone, I don't believe, is working for Eric Bacchus. But it's an ABS challenge. We can go ahead and put it up on the video board. They do now. These are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This is going to be a boom. Once it comes up, boom. There it is. Good challenge for Al Gary. No balls and 1 strike here on Marsh. Harrison in good shape pitch count wise. He's at 52 as he starts this 5th inning. The 1 slurve hit foul back into the net, and it's 0-2. 4-0 Milwaukee. They've out-hit the Phillies 7-1 so far this afternoon. And they're in control right now, but a long way to go in this one still. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Kyle Harrison with his first strikeout of the day, and it comes to start up the 5th inning. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Kyle. Don't strike out. Get back to the active lifestyle you want at Ortho ASAP. See a specialist today at orthowisconsin.com. That was a fastball. Climbed the ladder at 95. Here's Edmundo Sosa. The first pitch to Sosa is a slurve in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Sosa hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. One of just 2 base runners the Phillies have had so far against Harrison this afternoon. Kyle looks in through his glove and out of the windup, the 0-2 pitch. Bouncer to first. It backs up Vaughn. He's going to have to feed Harrison covering the bag. He beats Sosa there by a step. And there are 2 outs. 2 away for Bryson Stott. Time for a vibe check. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer, big vibe. Blake Perkins 3-run home runs, also very big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Harrison cruising along to this point. This has been great to see. After that rough outing in Vegas, you really felt it was just a blip, and he is backing up.
his body of work up until that start here this afternoon. This is the Kyle Harrison we've seen pretty much all season long. Even with those 8 runs allowed in the 2 1/3 last Monday, Josh, the ERA only ballooned up to 2.72. That's how good he had been previous to that. I mean, think about that. It's still the first half of the season, so those numbers can move a little bit for a starting pitcher, but not that drastically for Kyle because he'd been so good up until that point. Bryson Stott swears to bunt and takes a ball, but it's challenged by Sanchez again. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and I'm just going to tell you right now, Gary's on a heater. This one's going to get overturned. Here it comes. Boom! Should have let you do that one. We already had a boom this inning. I should have let you have a pow.
Yeah.
Share the wealth. We could do it. I mean, I can say boom, you can say pow. Here's the pitch. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think that's how they did it in Batman, right? They were multiples.
They would like back-to-back. Boom, pow, kazam. Zowie, maybe? I don't know. 1-1. Fouled out of play. Third base side, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Zoinks?
Zoinks, I think that was one. It definitely was one for Shaggy in Scooby-Doo. I know he said Zoinks.
That's probably what I'm thinking. Kaboom?
I think kaboom, yeah. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Stott. Here's the pitch, and he chopped it foul at the plate and stays alive. A reminder from Schneider and their professional truck drivers: distracted driving puts everyone at risk. Stay focused and drive safe. I really want to do a Scooby-Doo impression, but I'm not. 1-2 is down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm not stopping you.
No, I know you're not. You probably are kind of almost encouraging it, but I don't have the confidence in it. 2-2, broken back ground ball. It's going to roll out to the second baseman Hamilton, and then he couldn't get it out of the glove to flip it in time, so it'll be an infield single, one would think, for Stott. That was a tough play. Hamilton charging in, got to the ball. I think if he gets it on the exchange and gets the ball flipped out of his glove in time, he's got an out, but he just bobbled it a little bit on that exchange, and it was kind of a do-or-die play. So it's a single for Stott, and now here's Rafael Marchand. Harrison brings home the pitch, and that one's fouled back into the screen. It's 0-1. Kind of some tough luck there for Harrison. He's into so much soft contact today. Just the second hit of this game for Philadelphia. Stott gets his lead from first, and the 0-1 to Marchand. Fly ball on the infield. Going out onto the grass is the shortstop Joey Ortiz to make the catch behind the second base bag, and the inning is over. So that infield single does not hurt Harrison. He's through 5 scoreless. We go to the bottom of 5, 4-0 Milwaukee on the Brewer Family Insurance.
Fans, it's the freebie in the 5th, sponsored by Racine Danish Kringle. Be the 25th caller at 855-616-1620 for your chance to win a fan favorite winning combo of raspberry and pecan Kringle. And with Father's Day coming up, send Dad his favorite flavor and add a bag of gourmet coffee. Order at Kringle.com. Be the 25th caller now at 855-616-1620. Freebie in the 5th, sponsored by Racine Danish Kringle.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play. Sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy the show.
Would you like fries with that?
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jackson Chourio to lead things off for the Brewers. They lead it 4-0 over the Phillies here in this series finale here this afternoon. First offering to Chourio is lined foul and out of play down the right field line, and it's 0-1 on Jackson. He taps the bat to see if he needs a new one, and I think he's going to exchange it out for some new lumber. Felt like the bat may have cracked on that swing.
Oh no, there are a lot of hits in that bat.
That bat was, we liked that one, Jackson. He must have been pretty convinced.
Bummer.
That bat was doing quite well. Let's see what this bat can do. No balls and 1 strike. Sanchez out of the windup and the pitch, and he missed inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was the changeup that time from Sanchez, who is not quite at 70 pitches. He's at 67, 68 now. Out of the windup, the 1-1 offering to Chourio is a ground ball foul up the third base line, and it's 1-2. Told you the Brewers would love to chase Sanchez from this game and get into the bullpen. Just keep adding on. 4-0 lead. You feel good, but it's anything but over. 1-2 pitch, and a ground ball hit on the ground to Turner at short. Plays it and throws to first in time to take care of Chourio. That's the most routine out that Jackson Chourio has made in what feels like a month. Exaggerating, but that's how hot he's been of late. 1 away for Andrew Vaughn, who's 0 for 2 today. Vaughn hit it hard back in the first, a line out to short. Fly to left in the third. Sanchez brings home the first pitch, and Vaughn took a strike. Right down the middle with a sinker at 95. It's 0-1. The sounds of summer, the crack of the bat, the chirps of the birds, and the sizzle of the grill. Things we all love. Unless you're not a bird person. We still love the sizzle of the grill. 0-1. That is inside a bit, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Summertime in Wisconsin, there's nothing better, especially when the menu includes Usinger's famous sausage made right in Milwaukee. It's simply the best you can get. Not all of us are bird people. 1-1. Down in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. Some of us have an irrational fear of birds. It's normal. Get off my back. Here's the 2-1 to Vaughn. Way outside, it's 3-1.
Did you spend time watching the Hitchcock movie?
No, that's not even the inspiration for it. I got chased by a peacock once at the zoo when I was in kindergarten, and birds and I have not been on good terms ever since. Still remember it vividly. 3-1. Vaughn took outside, and it's a walk for Andrew Vaughn. Ortho ASAP walk. First walk issued in this ballgame by either pitcher. When pain can't wait, walk right into Ortho ASAP. Same-day access to specialists. Start healing faster at orthowisconsin.com. So Vaughn is aboard, and here's Contreras for the 3rd time today. He is 2 for 2. A double back in the first, an infield single back in the 4th. Sanchez brings home the first pitch, and it is a fly ball but foul down the right field line and out of play. And it's 0-1. It's been a great offensive attack today against Christopher Sanchez for the Brewers. Vaughn again at first. Sanchez looks over there. And the 0-1 to Contreras. Lays off a pitch outside, and it's 1 ball And 1 strike. Sanchez gave up 6 runs in Chicago back on April the 23rd. That's really the only bad start he's had from an earned run standpoint until today. The pitch is a fly ball to left and hit well back at the track, and there to make the catch was Sosa. Just top spun that ball a little bit for William Contreras, and it just died right at the track. You see him get pull-side air like that, you assume it's going to get out of here. Left his bat at 96 miles an hour. Ballpark just held it. That was a changeup. Maybe just a little bit off the end of the bat. And there's 2 away for Gary Sanchez. First pitch to Sanchez is a strike on the inside edge, and Gary wanted to challenge that one, but he didn't. That was a changeup. It was a strike. Low inside corner.
Good restraint.
Gary loves to challenge. We know that. The 0-1. Fouled out of play first base side, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. 4-0 Brewers. 1 on, 2 away here. Bottom of the 5th. At American Family Field here in Milwaukee. Sun starting to peek through. The clouds breaking up a little bit, turning into a nice afternoon. Sanchez takes low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It was family day today, so all the families down on the field before the game. And walking down on the field before the game, if you didn't have a jacket on, it was, dare I say, chilly. One-two pitch. Sanchez took outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gary Sanchez has homered against Christopher Sanchez in his career. Had that base hit into center back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2 today. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and a fly ball into right, but Marsh has it tracked. Goes to his right just a couple of steps and makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 6th inning. It's 4-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers.
What's on tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time.
The easiest way to watch the Brewers is here. Get Brewers TV for the 2026 season now. Catch every Christian Yelich home run and Sal Frelick Web Gym for just $19.99 a month. Learn more and sign up now at brewers.tv.
Milwaukee Brewers Baseball and Miller Lite.
Smart 18 is the union for Wisconsin's sheet metal workers. And a Smart 18 partnership comes with a powerful advantage for business owners. You'll have access to a highly skilled workforce and enhanced training and safety programs, which means less turnovers and headaches. Plus, Smart 18 connections bring more job bids, helping you grow and gain a competitive edge. Move your shop ahead. Visit GoSmart18.com today.
At Palms Tire Service, we're proud to offer best-in-class service and value. We will not be undersold. Visit Palms today. Get in on these great tire rebates. Up to $300 off Goodyear DuraTrack tires. Up to $220 off Goodyear Premium tires. Or up to $170 off select Firestone tires. See store for details or visit us at PalmsTire.com. Great service, huge selection, and fantastic savings. That's Palms Tire Service. Family owned since 1939. Service. Family owned since 1939.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
We go to the 6th inning here at American Family Field. It's a 4-0 Brewers lead. Kyle Harrison back out there for this 6th. He's at 65 pitches. He'll face 9-1-2 for the Phillies. Brewers starting to get some arms loose out in that bullpen. Nobody throwing just quite yet, though. First pitch to Derek Hill is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Been impressive stuff from Harrison. Just 1 strikeout over the course of this game for Harrison. The pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. He's getting more swings and misses, frankly, the second time through the order than he did the first time through. Fastball really sat more 93, 94. He's had some 95s and 96s in there, but he's kind of cruised more at that 92 to 94 range with the fastball. It's a lively fastball, even at a few less MPH. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Climbed the ladder with a fastball at 93, and he made quick work of Derek Hill. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Second strikeout, ortho ASAP style for Harrison. And there's one away now for Kyle Schwarber.
This reminds you of the start he had a few weeks ago here against the Cardinals. Very similar.
First offering to Schwarber is dropped in there with a slurve, and it's 0-1.
6 scoreless innings, only 2 strikeouts that game. And it was the same kind of deal. He was using his defense.
And, you know, you love to see that, especially a 1 pitch, and Schwarber, a little broken bat flare going back as Rengifo. It's off his glove, and it'll trickle into left for a base hit for Schwarber. Well, thought Rengifo had a shot at that one. It was going to be a very difficult play, and now Rengifo a little slow to get up and holding his hand. And so Lee Meyer seeing if he needs to go out and check on him. And Lee Meyer is on his way out there to check on Rengifo here. It'll be a 1-out single. And Schwarber is aboard in front of Trey Turner. Jason Lane is up and out of the dugout, and I think he's going to make his way out there to check as well. Pat Murphy is here. He is in the dugout, but Murph has been battling some soreness with the hip for really most of the season, and it has progressed to a point where walking is pretty painful, and so he is here. He's in the dugout, but some of these duties that he would normally take on, other guys handling those. Chris Hook made the pitching change last night. Jason Lane out there to check on Rengifo, who is going to stay in this game. So here's Trey Turner. Finish that point or that thought on Harrison in just a moment. Harrison's first pitch to Turner, a swing and a miss over the top of a slurve, and it's 0-1. You love to see that because this is a young pitcher, and he is showing you that he can find different ways to be effective. He can beat you with different styles. He can go get you 12 strikeouts like we've seen him do against the Pirates earlier this year. 0-1. This is fouled out of play, first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Racked up the strikeouts against the Cubs down at Wrigley. But he can also induce early soft contact and work deep into a game this way. It's the mark of a mature kid on the mound, and Kyle Harrison's definitely that. 0-2 pitch. Bounced that slurve in the dirt, blocked in front of the plate by Sanchez. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Turner.
I think what's been the most impressive thing to me about his outing today, he has not had that feel for the slurve, and that's been his second best pitch all year, but he's still been able to get by without it.
Yeah, we haven't seen the changeup much. It's been pretty much fastball today, right? 1-2 pitch. Popped up behind home plate. Sanchez sheds the mask, but it'll find the seats about 6 rows deep behind home plate. 1-2 here on Turner. He's been able to throw the slurve enough to show it. Probably one of the better ones he threw is that front door slider, or slurve, I should say, to Schwarber in the at-bat before to get him ahead in that count. 1-2 pitch. That's a changeup down in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But what we've seen from him at times this year, Josh, is if the slurve isn't there or the changeup's not quite right, instead of overthinking it, a lot of times he'll say, all right, I'm just going to lean into the fastball because I think it's good enough. And it has been most of the time. It's the life to it. 2-2 pitch. Spoils that fastball that was at 94 off the plate away and fouls it back into the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It is a very unique fastball, and he gets a lot of rise or perceived rise out of it. And teams swing and miss a lot at his fastball. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul back behind home plate and out of play. And this battle continues against Trey Turner. They make tailgating easy this season by picking up the George Webb Double Play Meal Deal on your way to the game. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries for just $17.99. The perfect pregame meal for hungry baseball fans. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. There was the slurve from Kyle Harrison. His second strikeout of the inning, his third strikeout of the game.
Oh, that was nasty.
That was nasty. Way in on that back foot. Trey Turner didn't have a chance against that pitch. So 2 down now. And here's Bryce Harper. A 4-0 Brewers lead, top of the 6th inning. Harrison at 78 pitches and counting. Brings home the pitch, and he missed down and away with a fastball at 95. It's 1-0. Brewers with 4 runs on 7 hits today. Phillies with none on 3. Harrison's 1-0 pitch. This is a fly ball into right center field. Mitchell calling off Perkins in right center. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. Another quick and efficient inning for Kyle Harrison in the top of the 6th. Works around the 1 of the 6th. 4-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Nazir Spencer. A teenager is dead after a rollover crash in Fond du Lac County. Deputies say the SUV carrying 6 teens crashed Saturday evening on Highway HH, struck a culvert and utility pole, then rolled over. Investigators believe impairment was a factor. 1 man has died from drowning in Lake Nagawika in Delafield Saturday afternoon. Today, mostly sunny and cooler with a high of 70. Tonight, a low of 53. I'm Nazir Spencer, 620 WTMJ.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 8337-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Tonight's 6th inning is brought to you by Steamfitters Local 601, Keepers of the Trade. For career opportunities, visit Trade. For career opportunities, visit steam601.org.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 4-0 Milwaukee on this Sunday afternoon. 6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is Linda Paylor from... Josh?
Trempealeau.
Linda will win a gift card jackpot of $300 if a member of the crew hits a home run this inning. Luis Rengifo leads off the inning for the Crew. Sanchez still out there on the mound for Philly. And the pitch misses down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. $100 added to the total for each additional home run this inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. 1 ball and no strikes on Rengifo. Sanchez the pitch. That caught the outside corner, and it's 1-1. We're going to Trempealeau in the offseason, Josh. We are going.
Tell you what, the momentum is just growing on these contests.
The 1-1. Chopper foul up the third baseline.
Right now it's just a ball rolling downhill.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
All the Trempealeonians.
Not to get political here, but this isn't very political. With all the entries we get from Trempealeau, if I didn't know anything about the state of Wisconsin or any of the cities, 1-2 pitch. Here's a roller foul up the third baseline, stays at 1-2. I would think they had their own congressional district and they had their own electoral vote carved out in the state of Wisconsin. I would think Trempealeau was the most populated city in Wisconsin based upon our contest. Sanchez out of the windup. The 1-2 pitch to Rengifo. It's a ground ball to short. Couple of hops out to Turner. Pats the glove and throws to first in time. And there is one away. And that will get Garrett Mitchell to the plate. Sanchez at 88 pitches. Trempealeau 3 hours and 15 minutes from us as we sit. Population of 1843. Abner Uribe getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. First pitch to Mitchell is over but low. 1 ball and no strikes. Chase Sugar getting loose in the Phillies bullpen. I think they meant $1.843 million for Trempealeau based upon our contests. 1-0 pitch, a bouncer right side, backhanded by the first baseman Harper, flips to Sanchez. He beat Mitchell to the bag by a half step. Brewers will hold things up to see if they want to challenge. Jason Lane says no thank you. And so they're 2 away now for Blake Perkins, who is the hero of this game so far. Well, Linda Paler from Trempealeau, you got one more out to work with here in the bottom of the 6th. But here's the guy that hit one already.
Yeah. A little surprising, Lane, that Uribe's getting up in the bullpen with Harrison's pitch count being on the lower side through 6 innings. 80.
First offering to Perkins. Missed inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Brewers have a lot of young pitchers, and there is a bit of a puzzle they have to fit through the rest of this season to make sure they get these guys through it healthy. The 1-0 pitch is hit foul and out of play first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. And so when they have opportunities maybe to back off the throttle a little bit with some of these starters and give them an inning shorter start than maybe they normally would have asked, they probably will take some of those opportunities over the course of the year. Swing and a miss for Perkins. And it's 1-2. You do have 2 out of the 3 batters scheduled to hit in the 7th that are right-handed. That may be part of the equation too. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Perkins. And he fouls it out of play first base side. Stays at 1-2. Perkins has gone 1 for 2 against Sanchez today. He's hit a 3-run home run, and his career numbers in terms of batting average have actually dipped down against Sanchez. Tough day. 1-2 pitch. Chopper up the third baseline. It is foul. And it'll continue at 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is some ownage of Sanchez for Perkins at this point. You can say it's a small sample, but there's something to that when you go 5 for 6 against a guy and 3 of the hits are extra bases when nobody else in the world seemingly can get a hit against this guy. You're going to have NL East hitters reaching out to Blake Perkins and asking him for tips as much as they see Christopher Sanchez. 1-2 pitch. Down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And his strikeout against him in the 2nd inning was a lengthy at bat. Worked the count full. Fouled off some pitches. It's going to be the 7th pitch of this battle right here. The 2-2. And he saw that changeup down. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Christopher Sanchez just has to dread when he sees Blake Perkins get into the batter's box. Nothing has been easy for him against Blake. 3-2 pitch. And a fly ball into left center field. This one's headed to the gap, and it is going to one-hop the wall in left center. Blake Perkins strolling into second with a double. I don't know how to explain it, but he owns Christopher Sanchez in the biggest of ways. $75 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of Westbin, the silver lining. Goodness. Blake Perkins turns into a league MVP when Sanchez is on the mound. That's going to be it for Sanchez. Don Mattingly is out of the dugout. He's going to take the baseball from his southpaw, Christopher Sanchez. Blake Perkins, have yourself a day. Well, it's a North Shore adult diaper pitching change as Sugar will come into this game for the Phillies. Sometimes you need a change for even the heaviest control problems. Visit NorthShore.com. 4-0 Brewers trying to add to it here in the bottom of the 6th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by
Fans, Toyota's 2026 lineup is racing for the pennant. The rugged Tacoma's got up-deck power and available four-wheel drive. The RAV4 is an all-hybrid all-star with versatility that leads the league. And the all-hybrid Camry hits it out of the park with impressive miles per gallon. No matter which Toyota you choose, you're driving an MVP. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
You can see the difference at each job site. Crews show up organized and ready to work, and an environment built on safety and skill. That's the skilled union laborers who are members of LIUNA, Wisconsin. Highly trained, reliable, focused on delivering the highest standards of quality and productivity. For contractors, LIUNA means projects done right the first time, on time and on budget. For laborers, LIUNA is more than just a paycheck. It's a career built on training, stability, and pride in their work. Go with LIUNA. Feel the power.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward. Economy and technology forward.
It is 4-0 Brewers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Chase Sugar takes over on the mound for the Phillies. 19th appearance of the year, 3.32 ERA. Brewers have Blake Perkins standing at second base. And Joey Ortiz is the batter. He singled in his last at bat. He's 1 for 2 today. And the pitch to Joey from Sugar is a cutter in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Joey has quietly put together a really nice June at the plate. Came in hitting .280 in the month of June, which when coupled with his defense is more than adequate for the Brewers. This is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. And as we said, he's 1 for 2 today and 3 hits in this series for Ortiz. Brewers trying to add on here, leading 4-0. 0-2 pitch, down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. David Hamilton in the on-deck circle. Brewers chasing Christopher Sanchez from this game, and kind of fitting that it was Blake Perkins that delivered the final blow to Sanchez. 1-2 pitch, a chopper over Sugar's head, coming in and fielding it on the forehand as Stott throws across his body in time to retire Ortiz, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. We go to the 7th inning here at American Family Field. Brewers in control, leading 4-0 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
To unlocking the power of technology to grow our economy, improve our healthcare, and transform education. And Wisconsin is quickly becoming a data center hub, which is great news for our state's skilled workers. Each data center creates about 1,800 construction jobs and then hundreds of high-paying jobs to operate it. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now supports bringing data centers online to move our state's economy and technology forward.
Where you live matters. Searching for assisted living can bring a lot of questions and a lot of emotion. At the Wisconsin Assisted Living Association, we believe you need a clear, complete picture without pressure. That's why we partnered with the American Seniors Housing Association on whereyoulivematters.org, a one-stop destination with unbiased information to help you understand your options and connect directly with providers in your area. No confusion, just tools that help you take the next step with confidence. Start your research today at whereyoulivematters.org.
Breaking news. Control problems can affect anyone, especially at night. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. And when that happens, it can take a toll on sleep, confidence, and peace of mind. It's time to try North Shore at NorthShore.com. Their team of experts will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than the store brands. Switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at NorthShore.com. Focus on life, not leaks.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
Brewers lead it 4-0 as we go to the 7th inning here at American Family Field. Abner Uribe takes over on the mound. And taking over on the mic, here's Josh Maurer.
Yeah, it's the headline here. Harrison is done after 6 scoreless, 3-hit innings. And the Brewers will ask the bullpen to try to finish out a series victory against the Phillies. Looking for 9 more outs. Harrison threw only 80 pitches, 55 strikes. He didn't walk a single batter, did hit one, and only 3 strikeouts. We were just discussing it. He pitched to contact here today, and it worked out very well for him. Kyle leaves in line for what would be his 8th win of the season. That would tie him with Mizorowski, and at the moment get him to 2nd in the league behind only Aaron Ashby, who's got 9 wins. What a 1-2 punch Miz and Kyle Harrison have developed into. And now it's Abner against Alec Bohm to begin the Phillies half of the 7th. 4-0 Milwaukee, and Uribe's pitch is very high, ball 1. Abner's not been pitching very much recently. We haven't seen him since that extra inning thriller on Monday in Las Vegas, when he was one of the heroes of that 15-14 victory. An inning and a third. He needed to get a scoreless inning and strand the automatic runner to keep the game going, and he did. Now the 1-0. Hit on the ground up the middle. Moving to his left is Ortiz behind the bag fields, and Joey throws to first in time to retire Alec Bohm. Smooth as ever for Joey Ortiz. That's 1 out for Uribe. Abner is having a problem with the landing area in front of the rubber. He keeps kicking at the dirt. But he got a ground out. Brandon Marsh at Mundo Sosa, the next 2 due up for the Phillies. Uribe this season is coming into game number 26, 4-2 with 5 saves and a 3.80 ERA. He's been really good when used recently. Just has been less frequently than we're used to seeing him. Brandon Marsh takes a called strike, 97 miles an hour. Abner was hitting 101 on the gun in that extra inning game on Monday. He was fired up. Brewers leading this game by 4 on the strength of a couple of homers they hit against the Phillies ace Christopher Sanchez. The 1 pitch, Marsh tips foul into the catcher's mitt. That one up to 98 on the gun, and it's 0-2 on Brandon Marsh. If you're just joining us, Jackson Chourio led off the bottom of the first with another home run. He set the tone. 3rd home run in 4 at-bats for Jackson. And a 3-run blast by Blake Perkins in the 4th. Now the 0-2. Marsh hits foul late and out of play down the left field line. We'll do it again at 2 strikes. Marsh against Harrison, grounded out and struck out. 3 for 10 in the series is the National League's 2nd leading hitter coming into the afternoon. Brewers hoping to win 2 of 3 in the set. And the 0-2 again. Tipped foul. Got a piece of the slider. Marsh hits it to the backstop. Marsh 2nd in the league in batting average, 1st in the league in hair.
And not just on his head.
All
beard.
Of it. Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of birds.
Not a close 2nd either, I don't think. Uribe ready. Another 0-2 outside that time on a sinker.
It's like Jason Worth just passed the torch.
Very similar. You're right. Justin Crawford, the rookie, has moved into the on-deck circle to pinch hit for Edmundo Sosa. The 1-2 outside. 99 on the gun, arm side miss though, and it's 2-2. If the Brewers win this game, this will be a great series win. It started with Mizorowski's gem on Friday. That tough 9-8 loss. The back and forth punch counter punch game yesterday went the Phillies' way. 2-2 pitch. Lifted foul again out of play. Back over our heads by Marsh. This has been a challenging week. He had to deal with the elements in Las Vegas in that A's series. Brewers lost the final 2, but have a chance to win 2 of 3 from the Phillies, and they get a day off tomorrow. 1 out in the 7th. They lead 4-0. The pitch down and in. Did he swing? He did not. On a slider near the back foot, it's full count on Marsh. Drive Around the League brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. Cleveland's coming here on Tuesday. Here it comes, 3-2. Fouled again, back up and out of play, and we're going to see a 10th pitch from Uribe to Brandon Marsh. Cleveland got rained out today. They were supposed to play the finale of a series against the Tigers, so the Guardians will get 2 days off before that series begins here. Uribe, another 3-2. Fly ball down in the left. In comes Jackson Churio, right near the chalk in fair territory. Looks up, makes a two-handed catch. It took 10 pitches to get the long-haired Marsh, but Abner Uribe did just that. 2 gone, and that'll bring up a pinch hitter, Justin Crawford, the rookie to hit for Sosa. So Cleveland won both games of that series against the Tigers. They beat Tarek Skubal yesterday in his return off the injured list. And at the moment, the Guardians have gone back in front of the White Sox for first place in that American League Central. We will see them Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and then Thursday afternoon. Mound visit here from Gary Sanchez. After you throw 10 pitches to get a batter, good time to give your pitcher a breather.
I think the Tigers have dug themselves too big of a hole at this point.
You think?
I know that Cleveland had the big turnaround last year.
Yeah, I was going to say. First pitch to Justin Crawford. Pumped in on the outside corner, 0-1.
It's not just that they're 9.5 back. It's that they're 29-42. And it's mid-June. There's a lot of time left. We're not even halfway through the season.
The 0-1. Crawford hits foul back into the screen. It's 0-2 as Uribe looks for a 1-2-3 inning.
I know there's been a lot of injuries with Detroit, for Skubal being the biggest one, but I don't know. I think it's going to be tough for them in a division that's better, I think, too.
2 out and bases empty. The 0-2. Poked foul down the left field line by Crawford. Carl Crawford's son, Justin, a rookie, hitting .227. Brewers have pitched him well this series when he's been in there. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. He was the one who struck out at that 103-mile-an-hour Miz fastball to end the Maddox on Friday night. Left-handed hitter waits. Uribe 0-2. High, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. I will say this. Just because of what Cleveland did to Detroit last year, wouldn't it be a fun story if Detroit turned the tables on them a season later? A lot of season ago. Uribe ready. The 1-2. High and away, and it's 2-2.
The problem, I think, for Detroit is that they're going to have to make that decision on where this season is going a lot sooner than Cleveland had to a year ago. And Cleveland just kind of held their pieces. They didn't have a lot to move at the deadline last year. Detroit has pieces they can move.
And get a lot back. 2-2 is fouled back again by Crawford. So he's battling Uribe. It's into the seats for a souvenir. Still 2-2. 4-0 Brewers in the 7th with 2 out.
Detroit has less runway to get this thing right and convince their front office and ownership that they should stick with this group.
Another 2-2. Fly ball into shallow right field. In comes Blake Perkins. Won't get there. It falls for a base hit. A dying quail. And Crawford found a piece of grass with it. Pinch hit single in front of Bryson Stotts. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Josh and Lane here on this Sunday from American Family Field. We've got a 3rd consecutive sellout crowd watching. 4-0 Brewers lead the Phillies, and Stott takes up and away from Uribe, ball 1. Abner still looks very uncomfortable with his landing area. At least 4 or 5 times in this inning, like that one where he threw a pitch, he then immediately started looking down at his feet. Stott, 1 for 2, a broken bat infield hit he hustled out last time. The 1-0. Right in there. Took something off it at 96 for a strike, and it's 1-1. Anyway, looking forward to seeing Cleveland because that's always a good series. Those are 2 very similarly constructed teams, Brewers and the Guardians. back end of this tough homestand for the Crew. The 1-1. Stott hits it high in the air into deep right. Backing up is Perkins, still back on the track, making the call and the catch. Just enough room for Blake on a deep fly out by Bryson Stott. The inning is over. So a single by Crawford, but that was it. Brewers keep the shutout intact, leading 4-0. Let's send it to Mark Richards, our public address announcer. We're ready to honor the United States of America.
Well, please stand for the singing of God Bless America, led by Bob Kozlowski from Brewers Guest Services.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Bob Kozlowski, God bless America, before the 7th inning stretch. Milwaukee for American Family Insurance.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Dear baseball fans, Toyota's 2026 lineup is racing for the pennant. The rugged Tacoma's got upper deck power and available four-wheel drive. The RAV4 is an all-hybrid all-star with versatility that leads the league. And the all-hybrid Camry hits it out of the park with impressive miles per gallon. No matter which Toyota you choose, you're driving an MVP. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
The health of Wisconsin depends on people who are ready to serve. That need creates opportunity. And at Concordia University, Wisconsin, you can prepare for a healthcare career with purpose. From nursing and pharmacy to therapy, counseling, and healthcare leadership, you can step into roles where you're truly needed. Learn more at cuw.edu/brewers. At cuw.edu/brewers. Concordia University. Live uncommon.
Your hometown Crew.
Yelich trying to steal home. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe.
No matter where you live.
Yelich sprinted home.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Chase Sugar, the right-hander, retired the only batter he faced when he entered the game in the 6th. They'll get a clean bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Milwaukee, and everybody's all stretched out. David Hamilton, then Jackson Chorio, and Andrew Vaughn. 9-1-2 on the card due up. Hamilton has an infield hit today, and he takes strike one from Sugar. That 7th inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. Plan a Grand Slam getaway with Championship Golf, a luxurious spa, and non-stop gaming action. Visit IslandResortAndCasino.com today. The 1 pitch through the back door, a strike. 0-2 on Hamilton. Infield hit in the 3rd, his only hit in 8 at-bats this series. And now the 0-2. Poked foul coming back and out of play. Defensive changes for the Phillies. Remember, they pinch hit for Edmundo Sosa, their left fielder. Brandon Marsh went from right to left. Derek Hill went from center field to right. Crawford stays in the game in center. New outfield alignment. 0-2 again. Ground ball softly hit to second base. Bryson Stott charging in field. He goes with an underhand flip. In time to get David Hamilton, and both batters to face Sugar have grounded out softly to Bryson Stott. There comes red-hot Jackson Chorio. He's the one who started the party today with that home run against Christopher Sanchez, leading off the bottom of the first. First pitch, swing and a miss. The cutter there, and it's 0-1. Aaron Ashby starting to get loose in that Brewers bullpen. He'll get the 8th, it appears. Pitch a little bit upstairs from Sugart. 1-1. S-H-U-G-A-R-T. Sugart. Saw him in relief behind Andrew Painter on Friday. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chourio took a big rip at the cutter, but came up empty, and it's 1-2. St. Louis 4 games behind the Brewers in the Central coming into the day. They lead 4-2 in Minnesota now in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th for the Redbirds. 1-2. Just missed outside. 2-2. Good take by Jackson. Alec Burleson and J.J. Weatherholt each homered off of the Twins' Taj Bradley. Michael McGreevy in line for the win. 2-2. Down and away, and it's a full count. Jackson's plate discipline. You've heard Pat Murphy discussing it in recent days. Laying off those 2-strike pitches that maybe he would have chased in years and games past. It has gotten so much better. 3-2 pitch. Smacked into right field. That's another base hit. And it's misplayed by the new right fielder Hill, and it goes all the way to the fence. So it'll be a single, and into second base on the E9 goes Chourio. He stays white hot at the plate. Another very impressive at bat. And then Hill, who had just moved over to right field this inning, misplayed it. Somewhat of a little league error there. Gives Jackson an extra 90 feet. Man in scoring position with 1 out. And Andrew Vaughn coming to the plate. Vaughn was 0 for 2 with a walk against the left-hander Sanchez, now facing a righty for the first time, and he takes a strike. You know, if Pat Murphy wanted to, he's got some great left-handed pinch hitting options for late in this game today. How about Christian Yelich, Bryce Terang, Sal Frelick, Jake Bowers. Throw in behind Chourio at second is not in time. Second baseman Stott was sneaking in behind, but Jackson was wise to it. I mean, you've never had a game where you've had those kind of pinch hitting options, 4 of them like that. Think about it. Terang, Yelich, Bowers, Frelick. Outside corner on the pitch to Vaughn. A good one. It's 0-2.
Those are some good options.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's the upshot of giving all those guys the day off against Sanchez. You can have them late if you want. 0-2 pitch. Vaughn took outside from Sugart. Ball 1. Nah, they may not need him. For guys like Terang, who has played pretty much every day, Yelich, Bowers, who's been an everyday guy, you could get him back-to-back days off. No game Monday. 1-2 pitch. Outside, good take by Vaughn. Just like Chourio before him, laying off some close 2-strike pitches, and it's 2-2.
And that's a valuable thing when it can happen that way. And so that's a nice option for the Brewers to have here late, to have those bats if they need them, but also value of a true day off for those guys.
2-2. Vaughn swings through the fastball. Sugar reached back and got that up to 97 miles an hour on the gun to get his first strikeout. Vaughn is out number 2. Chourio remains at second for William Contreras. And William, by the way, hasn't had to catch today. He's been the DH, so that's kind of like a day off for him as well. And he's had a big day, a double and a hustle infield single. Pitch. Fly to right. Derek Hill going back and over, but he's got a play right at the edge of the warning track, makes the over-the-shoulder catch. And that will retire the side, so an inning and a third scoreless from Chase Sugars. 0-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See them in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try the new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Blue Moon Light is a wheat beer brewed with real tangerine peel for exceptional taste at only 95 calories. And Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic is everything you love about Blue Moon without the alcohol. Check your local stores for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Transform your home in one weekend and save big money at Menards. Protect and enjoy your outdoor living space with Thompson's semi-transparent wood sealer. It maintains wood's natural color and provides durable year-round protection from water and sun damage in just one coat. Save big money on Thompson's water seal products. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help bring your dreams to life, 1 gallon at a time. Stop by your local Menards today.
Save big money at Menards.
The best sounds you can get.
It's back, track, buy baseball.
All season long. This is the Brewers Radio Network. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
On to the 8th inning. The Brewers are 6 defensive outs away from a series win against the Phillies in a battle of the 2 hottest teams in Major League Baseball over the last 7 weeks. Aaron Ashby's going to come in to try to get through the 8th and to take us home on the play-by-play. Here again, Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. Bryson Stott to lead things off. No, I'm sorry, Rafael Marchand to lead things off for the Phillies. The backup catcher for the Phillies. And now a brief hold-up. Now we're ready to get this thing resumed here. Aaron Ashby out there for the 8th inning. 30 appearances on the year for Ash, and the first pitch is a curveball in there for strike 1. A 2.85 ERA for Ashby. The 0-1 pitch. That is curveball missed low, and it's 1-1. Tuesday night will be game number 70. So you start realizing how quickly the games go by. At the conclusion of this homestand, Brewers will be at 73 games on the season. Then they go out on the road, Atlanta, Cincinnati. 1-1. It's a ground ball to short. Rolls out to Ortiz, gobbles it up, throws to first high, and it pulled Vaughn off the bag. It'll be an E6 on Ortiz that allows Marchand to reach. Well, Joey stayed back on that ball, and then I think just airmailed the throw a little bit, trying to put a little pace on it, and Vaughn had to leave his feet to go up and catch it. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Phillies, and now here's Derek Hill, who's now in right field for Philadelphia. First offering is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So essentially the next homestand is when the Brewers will pass the halfway point in the season. That's where we're at now, folks. It feels like just yesterday was opening day with Miz on the mound against the White Sox. This is bunted foul. First base side, no balls and 2 strikes. The season goes so fast, especially when you're winning. And the Brewers have done a lot of that over the last 10 years. Runner at first, nobody out here, top of the 8th inning. Ashby. Long hold here. Still holding. And now a 6 on the pitch clock. Brings home the pitch. A swing and a miss. And he strikes out Derek Hill. Got him with a curveball. Ortho ASAP strikeout. And there's one away now for the top of the order in Kyle Schwarber. 8th inning being brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Earn great union wages and benefits building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org. That's liunawisconsin.org. And feel the power. First pitch, a swing and a miss from Schwarber. And it's 0-1. Schwarber with a base hit in his last at bat back in the 6th. It just trickled off the glove of Rengifo on a little soft liner behind the third base bag. The 0-1 to Schwarber. That missed down and away with a slider. It's 1-1. Been a good day so far for the Brewers. They've got 5 more defensive outs to get before they can put this one in the win column. Be a good series win for the Brewers. The pitch, a broken bat, a little pop up on the infield. Ortiz, the shortstop, is there to make the catch. A few steps to our left of the second base bag. To his right. And there's 2 away now for Trey Turner. Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy. It's a refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's flavor of the moment. Day game today, day off tomorrow. You know what that means, Josh? Maybe a Leinie or 2 tonight.
Just keep them going. Tonight, tomorrow.
We got to stop at some point. We got to be back here and doing baseball on Tuesdays.
The night game.
Responsibly. Here's Turner, who's 0 for 3.
Tell you what, get out to a beer garden around Milwaukee.
Ooh, yeah.
Leinie.
And there is a curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. It's the time for that. We've reached that point of the year. It's the best time of the year, when we spend most of our time outdoors in this great state. There is nothing like summers in Wisconsin. 0-1. Swing and a miss. He went after a sinker down low at 95, and it's 0-2 on Turner. Say it all the time. Summers are undefeated around here. Number 1 in the power rankings. There is nowhere else I'd rather be in the summer. 0-2 pitch is sprayed foul and out of play first base side. Stays at 0-2. The unspoken part of that is in January. Sometimes going to Phoenix for spring training, not so bad. Love this place. Ashby's 0-2 pitch. And he got him looking. A sinker at 99. Dotted the outside corner. Ashby with a couple of strikeouts. In a scoreless top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of 8. 4-0 Milwaukee on the Brewer Insurance.
A question I'm often asked is, why do I need an attorney?
Jay McDivitt, attorney at Cannon & Tumphy.
An experienced attorney takes care of all the things and people outside and around your claim so that you can focus on healing and getting better. That's what we do.
What if a customer slips and falls on your property? What if sparks from an employee's grinder cause a house fire on your job site? Unexpected things happen every day, but you can make sure your business doesn't get hurt with a carefully crafted general liability policy from West Bend. Be sure your independent agent understands your business, because at West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Blaine Grindle here for Window Nation. If your air conditioner never seems to turn off, worn out windows could be the culprit. Upgrade yours now during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale. Imagine new energy-efficient windows and getting half of them free. Plus, you could even get no money down and no monthly payments or interest for 2 years. And as a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, book a consultation and ask how you could score a pair of Brewers tickets. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com. Window Nation, a proud partner of the Wounded Warrior Project.
I'm Pat Dunphy. I've been a lawyer in Milwaukee for almost 50 years, serving members of our community and getting them fair compensation for their injuries. So if you're injured and you need help, call Cannon & Dunphy to get the quality representation you deserve.
It's the best place to catch Brewers baseball.
I'm just going to agree with you on everything you say.
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tanner Banks takes over on the mound for the Phillies. He was the opener on Friday night. He matched up opposite of Jacob Mizrowski on Friday night, so he's a little overshadowed in that starting pitching matchup Friday night. He just pitched the 1 inning and then made way for Andrew Painter, who took over for the Phillies on Friday. So the left-hander comes into this game. He's got to face the lefty crusher in Gary Sanchez to start up this inning. Sanchez 1 for 3 today. Josh told you earlier he has been in a pretty good place at the plate of late, despite somewhat irregular at-bats in terms of opportunities for him. infrequent. Pitch missed inside, 1 ball and no strikes. That's the life of William Contreras' backup. The pitch is a strike on the outside edge. It's 1-1. He went 4 for 8 on that road trip. He is now 2 for 4 on this homestand. So he has been swinging it very well. And there's obviously been some power and a lot of hard contact in there too for Sanchez. Had that home run in Colorado, the home run in Vegas. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And he took a strike with a slider on the outside edge. It's 1-2. Another sellout crowd here today. We sold out all 3 of these games against the Phillies this weekend. 7th sellout of the season here this afternoon. 1-2 pitch. Banks' pitch is tapped out in front of home plate. Picking it up is Marchand. He'll throw to first and retires Sanchez. 2-3 in your scorebook. And there's 1 away now for Luis Rengifo. Brewers would love to add some Network Health insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Score big with a health insurance plan from Network Health. Find a winning plan to fit your needs at networkhealth.com. 1 away here. It is quiet in the Brewers pen, so it looks like Ashby's going to try to finish this game for the Brewers. Rengifo takes a strike and it's 0-1. McGill threw last night. Looked good last night too. I think that's as good as we've seen Trevor McGill look. He's been in a pretty good place here of late out of the Brewers pen. Here is a foul ball out of play right side and into the second deck. It's 0-2 on Rengifo. Really everybody in that Brewers pen throwing it pretty well, save for the last 2 outings from Chad Patrick. That is probably the one thing the Brewers like to see get course corrected, because he's been such a weapon for them out of the pen. 0-2 pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He has been one of the most reliable arms for Pat Murphy to go to. And look, everybody has some hiccups. Trevor McGill had them early. Abner Uribe went through some ups and downs this year too. 1-2 is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rengifo. And the thing is, you have an organization that believes in you and is going to stick with you, keep putting you out there, and then you'll figure it out. No doubt that that'll happen for Chad Patrick. Here's a fly ball down the right field line and out of play. And it's still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rengifo. Brewers announced some things with their rotation in the last 24 hours as well. 2-2 pitch. Rengifo rolls one foul at the third baseline. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Robert Gasser will take the ball Tuesday night for game 1 of that series against the Guardians. Then Sproat will go Wednesday. And then Drowan goes on Thursday. That means Jacob Mizrowski takes the ball for game 1 in Atlanta. That will be fun. 2-2 pitch is chopped foul at the plate. Rengifo goes down into a heap. And he is on the ground, sitting on his backside right on top of the plate. It's that left foot. Lee Meyer is out of the dugout to come check on him. He uses his bat almost like a cane to help him get back up. And he is walking gingerly now outside of the batter's box. That front foot, and it got off the inside part of the ankle, is where he took the contact on that foul ball. And he is still bending over and using the bat almost like a cane still for Luis Rengifo. Lee Meyer still out there with him.
This happened to him in one of the games against the A's in Vegas. Similar foul ball off a similar part.
Yeah, he's probably still feeling the effects of that, you would think. And so this situation, no fun at all for Luis. That's a good call, Josh. There's a slider down and in. Jason Lane still looking at Lee Meyer to see what the decision is. And he's going to stay in there. Pat Murphy looking on from the dugout as well, sitting on the bench in there. Murph's still running the show, but just getting a little help on some of the procedural stuff from some of his staff. Here's a line drive back up the middle and into center field for Luis Rengifo. So Rengifo gets himself to first. His first hit of the day. It's a one-out single. And he's aboard in front of Garrett Mitchell. I feel like we see that all the time. A guy fouls a pitch off, and you're not sure they're going to even stay in the game in the next pitch or 2 pitches later. I always will think this year of Jahmai Jones in Detroit. It's a home run. Garrett Mitchell takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Game-changing home run.
Yeah. Brewers were in control. That was the Tarek Skubal start that day, and Tigers ended up walking them off later with Spencer Torkelson. 0-1. Mitchell, a fly ball fouling out of play third base side. It's 0-2.
You were talking about the rotation. I think one of the things that switching Drowan and Miz does, it aligns Miz and Harrison back to back, which is kind of fun. You're going to have Miz, and then you got Harrison following him from the left.
Pitch missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That has to be a tough couple of days. One, you can look at the numbers and understand that. You can look at what Miz does from a velo standpoint and understand that, but kind of drastically different dudes as well. 1-2, swing and a miss. Mitchell down on strikes, and Blake Perkins will be the batter. Not that Harrison doesn't throw hard. He does. He'll run it up there in the upper 90s with his velo, and he gets a lot of swing and miss. But your approach, your game plan, everything about it is going to be a lot different versus Harrison than it was against Miz. And Harrison, as we've seen at times this year, really flourished following Miz. First pitch to Perkins, missed inside, but it's going to be challenged by Marchand. Eric Bacchus's mic has not worked tonight, so you could kind of roughly hear him say the catcher is challenging. Here is the challenge. It's a strike. Challenge brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. No balls and 1 strike on Perkins. Seeing a lefty in Banks, but it's not Christopher Sanchez. Swung on and fouled back into the net. 0-2. He is maybe the only batter in Major League Baseball that would go, darn, it's not Christopher Sanchez. Everybody else would say, yay, I'm not facing Sanchez here. Not Perk. 0-2 pitch. And swung on and fouled straight back. Now that got a piece of Marchand and then came all the way back to the backstop.
Man,
that must have got him on the helmet and then scooted straight up. And he is doubled over. And boy, that is why catching is such a dangerous position. I mean, that came right back and got him squarely on the top of the helmet and then came all the way back to the top of the net behind home plate. That's how hard that ball was hit. They've got the mask off of Marchand now, and Don Mattingly looking into the dugout. I think he's telling maybe JT Realmuto to get the gear on here just in case Marchand can't continue. Trainer whispering in his ear. He is still crouched over right now, kind of on a knee right behind home plate. Immediately Eric Bacchus just went down to check on him and hold him up, as he was right there and saw and heard what had happened. And Marchand still talking with Don Mattingly and their trainer. They're going to help him off the field. I mean, understandably so. One would think he would go to the trainer and they would put him through all the concussion protocol that you do when you take a shot like that off the mask. And JT Realmuto, as I told you, Don Mattingly had already looked into the dugout and said, let's go. And I think that was the signal to Realmuto to get his gear on, because someone else is going to have to come in and catch the remainder of this game for the Phillies.
Could be. They actually have 3 catchers. Garrett Stubbs. I think he's going to be the one that's coming in.
Well, I heard Don Mattingly say JT. No, I didn't. I'm joking. I couldn't tell. I just knew he said for somebody to get the gear on. And yeah, I would guess it would be Stubbs too, just because you'd probably want to give Realmuto the full day off at this point if you're the Phillies. And judging by the body type that just emerged out of the dugout, that is Garrett Stubbs and not Realmuto. He'll take a couple of tosses here from Tanner Banks and then make a throw down to second probably just to get his arm loose. And then we'll resume this at bat for Blake Perkins. Banks had to wait a little bit as well. He says he wants one more. And now Eric Bacchus asking him if he wants to make a throw. Stubbs says, I'll throw to first. Just play a little catch, get that arm ready to go. This is a lot better than when a pitcher has to leave in the middle of an inning. It takes a little bit longer.
Remember in that opening homestand, we had an umpire have to leave, and it delayed the game at least 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was CB Buckner. CB, I haven't checked lately, but I know he hasn't umped since then, as of about a week or two ago. The 0-2 pitch to Perkins is down to the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Four 4-0 Brewers. They've out-hit the Phillies 10-4 here this afternoon. Banks looks in, and a 1-2 pitch that missed down with a slider. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first is Rengifo. He's there with 2 outs. Perkins 2 for 3 today with 2 extra base hits, including a 3-run home run. Banks 2-2 offering is a fly ball to right. This is playable. Long run in for Hill, still coming, and he makes the catch in fair territory to end the inning. Brewers get a 1-out single from Rengifo. They strand him at first. We go to the 9th. It's 4-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
Sunday Brewer games are for families. Score 4 tickets, lunch, and parking with the Family Sunday Bundle for just $85 all in. Plus exclusive kids giveaways, Sunday autographs, kids run the bases, and more. Visit brewers.com/Family Sundays for details.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
On the baseball field, the skilled players get paid the most. The same is true in construction. Some of the most skilled players building our roads, solar farms, and stadiums are the men and women of the Wisconsin Operating Engineers. If you are ready to step up to a job where you can earn more without college debt and operate equipment like cranes, excavators, bulldozers, and drones, you're ready to join the team of Wisconsin Operating Engineers today at join139.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
How can you not be romantic about this? This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Well, we go to the top of the 9th inning. Aaron Ashby out there to try to finish this one up for the Crew. A 4-0 Milwaukee lead. It'll be Bryce Harper as the baseball comes onto the field in right. Blake Perkins picks it up and tosses it up into the stands. It'll be Bryce Harper, Alec Boehm, and Brandon Marsh scheduled to hit here for Philadelphia. Brewers 3 outs away from a series victory. Ashby's first offering to Harper is a sinker in there for strike 1. Celebrating 50 years as Wisconsin's hometown favorite ice cream. I'm talking about Cedar Crest ice cream. The 0-1 pitch. That's down to the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's the taste you know and the taste you love, just like Usinger's sausage, a Milwaukee original for nearly 150 years. And Pine River Cheese Spreads, more of Wisconsin's award-winning cheeses, simply the best in class. The pitch missed low to Harper. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Harper hitless in the series. How about that? 0 for 9 in this series for Bryce Harper. Ashby's 2-1 pitch. Curveball caught the inside corner. It's going to be challenged by Harper. So Harper will challenge it. And this is going to be a lost challenge for Harper. It's up on the board. Here comes the pitch. Boom! Josh isn't seeing my signal. Pow! There you go.
Sorry. Sleep at the wheel.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Harper. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curveball. Boy, that curveball has been a dandy so far here today for Aaron Ashby. Ortho ASAP strikeout. That's the first out here in the 9th. And now here's Alec Bohm. Bohm 0 for 3, 1 for 11 in the series. Some of these numbers are incredible when you consider how many hits the Phillies had last night. But again, 1 hit on Friday night and have efforted just 4 hits so far here this afternoon. First pitch is in tight with a sinker. It's 1 ball and no strikes on Bohm. 1-0 pitch is popped up, fouling out of play. First base side. It's 1-1.
Lane, they don't have a sharply hit base hit in this game. All 4 have been soft.
Yeah, that little flare into center in the 3rd. Really the only thing that left the infield. I guess you can count the one off Rengifo's glove as leaving the infield too, but that was a soft little flare. This has been as soft a contact as you'll ever see. There's more hard contact Friday night against Miz, 1 guy. 2 balls and 1 strike after that sinker missed low. Here's the pitch. Rolled foul over near the on deck circle. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Miz got a couple of hard ground balls as well on Friday night. Phillies offense been Jekyll and Hyde in this series. Two balls and 2 strikes on Bohm. Ashby looks in, kicks and delivers, and down in the dirt with that curveball. Bohm didn't chase it. The count goes full at 3-2.
You got a chance to go shutout, 9 runs, shutout.
I mean, those are 3 very different games. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. Perkins tracking it, going back into the corner. A few steps in front of the warning track to make the catch. And there's 2 down, and the fans here at American Family Field rise to their feet. 40,000 plus. A sellout here today. And they are trying to encourage Ashby to finish this one off and give the Brewers a shutout of the Phillies for the 2nd time in 3 days. Standing in the way is Brandon Marsh. Arguably the most consistent hitter this year for the Phillies. Ashby looks in, and the first pitch is high. It's 1-0. Brewers have the day off tomorrow, and then a big series with Cleveland starting up on Tuesday night. 1-0 pitch. Drops a curveball low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. He's really leaned on that curveball at times today. And again, it's been a great pitch. Ashby looks in. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball sharply hit to first. Played on the forehand by Vaughn with a mini slide. Now he slides into the first base bag. And he beats Marsh there, and this ball game is over. The Brewers with their 7th shutout of 2026 and their 2nd shutout of this series, and it propels them to a series victory over the Phillies here this afternoon, winning by a final of 4-0. The Brewers bounce back after the heartbreaking loss last night, and they dominate from start to finish here this afternoon, and they win it 4-0 over Philadelphia. We are back to tell you all about this one when we return after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
Is back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced treatments for herniated discs, spinal fusion, and more. Their board-certified orthopedic care specialists use the least invasive methods, starting with non-surgical options. If surgery is needed, they provide minimally invasive procedures. The OA lifestyle, faster. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautiful.